Hey, and welcome to the final Lemons iRacing League broadcast from 2022. Thank you for being loyal Lemons iRacing fans. I am Eric Rude, the Everything Bagel, and putting together all of this package and awesome pictures and everything, Ryan Bauer, our producer. How you doing, Ryan?
Doing pretty good, man. First of all, package.
Package, yep. I mean, you got to lead with your strongest bit, right?
That's right.
That's right. How many races is this your third of the day, Ryan?
This is only the second one today. I had a Gran Turismo event this afternoon to do, so that was fun.
Fancy. Maybe we'll talk about that later. Got a couple hours to fill. This is, of course,
right.
the Sunduro night, and that third voice you hear there is Cameron Aubernon, also known as Lady A. How you doing, Lady A?
I am doing well. How are y'all doing tonight on this week before the Christmas madness takes over your soul?
Yeah, we are deep in the middle of the Christmas season, aren't we?
Yeah, balls deep.
We are package deep. That's right. Randy Bish is around somewhere, but I think he is fetching his libations for the evening.
Yes.
I mean, I just walked past my now wife with a full bottle of eggnog and a banana to make it healthy and said, well, dear, healthy living is a lifestyle, not a hobby.
And it's
right.
like a salsa.
It's like a salsa. All right, we're 45 seconds in before the first throwback. Excellent.
Anytime. Well, I'm running a throwback tonight.
Yeah, I like the freight forwarding livery on the car. Also, the Swedish Chef, my kid's all-time favorite Muppet, and I'm a proud dad in that my kid has a favorite Muppet. I feel like I'm doing something right by making that be the case. We are, of course, at the Rudskogen Motor Center in Norway, a brand new track, I think, this year. It's Lemon's first visit, and we are there in classic Lemon's fashion with poorly fitting cars. We have the 87 NASCARs and the Silverado trucks doing our best. James Logson there with the band, or the snowman. Yeah, that's right.
Excellent.
Eastbound down.
Damn fine there. Coors. EJ Bird in classic fashion, as EJ Bird does, has a repeating motif that looks like moon eyes, but I don't think it quite is. So.
Oh yeah, that's the Jollibee eyeball.
Ah, there we go.
Well, naturally, this was on Final Jeopardy last night.
What is the Jollibee eyeball?
Ed Smith, freak of nature in the world of iRacing. ZFG,
Yes.
I like that. That's
Or
pretty good.
Yeah, at least
It's like a weird mishmash of Christmas, anonymous, no F's given.
I was gonna say it's like a Christmas Illuminati. Great.
Oh, Christmas Illuminati.
That's how they get you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this racetrack, by the way. Crazy
Well, it's
place.
How do you not know about Eric Rudskogen?
Yeah.
It's a Tilka drum. So
Lifebuoy, that's a great Christmas pole. The Christmas liveries are on point. I am so here for this. Christmas sweater from Brian Scrivener. That's money.
Oh, it even looks knit, too. That's amazing.
Yeah. The texture is
no.
A++.
Ow.
Hello America, talking about going to be at the race in Joliet in 2023. I will see you there. That is my home race as well. I will be judging at that race. AARP on the Buick.
Of course.
That's amazing. Bush Quail 88.
Yeah.
I am so here for that.
On a Buick too.
Yeah.
Of course, it has to be.
I mean, you could have... You told me that without telling me that.
Exactly.
Yep. All the sugar and twice the caffeine. Jolt Cola, man, also on point. That is classic 87. Jolt Cola was on its way out around the time I would have found it, but it was replaced by the green piss water known as Surge. I don't know if anybody else is of the Surge generation here.
Oh,
Yes.
we don't
Yeah,
we don't
Surge is
just
that
talk
baby.
Surge in this house, sir.
Nah.
Oh man, I remember when Surge came out and it was in a green bottle, so you didn't realize how radioactive green it was until you poured it into a cup for some reason.
Yum, yum.
What does Al Jones have going on here?
So this is Weber Valley Speedway. They're famous for posting on Facebook like drunk talking about fighting and all kinds of great stuff about their track. So
Oh, okay, it's one of those parody accounts. Okay.
I think it's a real place.
It's a real place, and it's really the people that run the track that run the Facebook page too. Yeah.
Okay, so they're just that nuts.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Danny
what part of the
said
country
races
it's in, but-
are canceled until the bathrooms are cleaned.
Yeah.
Hold on. Lead has never been part of a thing that would shut down a race.
Yeah, exactly. That's just a regular Saturday night, y'all. You take a dump in the hot pits, That's why they're called hot pits.
Who cleans bathrooms at Ted Dirt Track?
Our dirt track is the bathroom. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a
dirt
Get Well
tracks.
Ron livery there. Ron
Yeah.
Harrington, regular Lemons iRacer, laid up this weekend with some kind of malady. Don't know exactly what's up, but I know he's tuned in, so hope you're getting better, Ron. And I want to yeet like Ron is really the way to do there.
I mean, as everyone knows through medical advancements, if anybody wishes you well in the form of a virtual 87 G body, in an hour you're going to have the power to punch God.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm pretty sure that's true. Surge and Balls, official drink of late 90s nerds. Yep.
Oh, man.
And Zima.
Nah, Zima's partly for the cool kids, too.
Yeah. Hot Wheels livery looking good there. Lucian Blindu, one of the new people this week.
That's right.
We
I
have
rammed
got
into
like
his butt.
10 or 12 new requests in the last week, so super awesome for.
Well, I mean,
for all
they
the
heard
new
us
people.
last month talking about, Frankie Yankovic goes to Hollywood, and they're like,
That's
damn, we
right.
need in this. Hey, it's Tyler Chimichanga.
Whee!
Oh,
Rob-
man, with a Rob Ford Thunderbird.
Oh, hi, Rob Ford. He almost Rob Ford me like Rob Ford would have. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
I believe we have a. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's a meat space friend of mine. He's like, I need a paint. I'm like, I have bootleg Photoshop and 15 minutes. Here we go.
Beautiful. I believe we have a new person in the broadcast booth. How you doing, Joey?
Yar!
Yeah, Joey Atterbury. How you?
Hey, Joey.
Spectacular to have you on, as always.
I'm doing well. I loaded up this session and I have no idea what is going on.
Well, join the club. You're in the right booth then, because none of us have any idea what's going on. Also,
I've
we're
never even
somewhere
heard of
in
this
Norway, and there are NASCARs. That's pretty much it, I think.
NASCAR Invades
Mornings.
Norway
Yeah.
is the title of the stream tonight. So
Mushlan Invades Norway. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got the Christmas brews out now, and Hanukkah, too.
Ah, there we
That's
are. Ed White.
Not enough Hanukkah beers out there. There's enough Christmas beers. We need
don't.
Hanukkah beers.
Yeah, because everyone needs to wake up and choose violence. Some with a tree, some with a dreidel, and some with the Festivus bowl.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, might I turn your attention to the wonderful, wonderful spam bot that is garnering our attention. We have made it.
Oh,
right.
what spam you said?
Well, I mean, you can get everything you need from dogehype.com.
Oh, it's a Dogecoin. Okay.
Line go up.
Line go up
Yeah, to the moon.
to the moon, to Mars, till the coins fall on my cars.
I really thought about doing a powered by FTX car this time around and just leaving it in the hot pit all race.
Oh yeah,
Race.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's dedication to theme.
Line go up.
Line go up.
Who could have imagined that an imaginary currency
Yeah.
would have been propagated by a complete shyster?
Oh, no, I saw no failure in this plan, and everyone else was like, "Yeah, this checks out."
Oh no, I got I got trucked by the Hot Wheels. And I am smoking it up.
I love how Mental hasn't done one of these in like over a year, but Giga Blast is still a well-known joke.
Yeah?
Quality joke, man.
It's,
I mean, it really is.
tasty.
You didn't pay $7.99 for that internet access for nothing.
I do love the Bash Brothers on the hood of Kevin Hester's car also. I don't know if you guys have seen the Bash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Jose Canseco and
Yeah, the steroids.
Mark McGuire. Yeah.
While
classic.
we're on completely random topics, are any of you dealing with pets at your feet under your desk right now?
Not I.
No,
on
not-
occasion.
At my mom's house.
Okay, yeah, I got Noodle right now is trying to hang out, and she's a 75-pound golden retriever, so she's the smaller of the two goldens, but yeah, she's trying to figure out her space right now. There's not much space under this desk.
Hey.
Do you have the golden retriever thing wherein they all think they're lap dogs? Is that yours?
They enjoy snuggling. I wouldn't say that they are all the time like on my lap. I think Noodle is very needy. So like if she needs anything at all, like if she wants to play, if she wants water, if she wants anything, she'll just come and put your face like right against hers type of thing.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, give me what I want.
You are friend, do friend.
Different.
You know I know what you know I want. Give it to me.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Man. Good old dogs. I love the life buoy. Dave Carpenter going away from
Yeah.
the Cheaties livery for Lifebuoy.
That's right.
But excellent.
It's
Also,
the tastiest.
Lady A, I would
Yes?
very much like to let you know that Rick James little reference there, that tiny one, was very much appreciated.
You are most welcome. Because I will
Damn, that
definitely be
song's
doing.
already in my head now.
Yeah, I'll be definitely doing some lines off all these Rick James coffee tables tonight. in this truck that's dressed like a car.
It reminded me of Dave Chappelle is what it reminded me of.
Yes.
Oh, Rick James, bitch.
I mean, I think Rick James and Dave Chappelle really are the same person in the mind of history at this point.
They exchanged places.
It's funny how that happens. You know, like most people know Harry Carey as Will Ferrell as Harry Carey. Most people know Johnny Carson as Dana Carvey as Johnny Carson. You know, it's the same thing. Most people know Rick James as Dave Chappelle being Rick James.
Charlie Murphy, how you doing? Bonk.
Everybody knows Richard Nixon as anybody else being Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Right.
Just be paranoid. That's all you gotta be.
Yeah, you just have to sound extra crazy. That's all it is.
I'm not a crook. Get me out of here, man. I'm not a crook.
I also love how the 7 on Richard Kelly's name looks like a question mark. If you'll excuse me, I need to make like 4 or 5 more accounts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Joey Atterbury, what have you been up to lately?
yeah.
Just trying to log as many shows and broadcasts as I can over here on my end and kind of figure out announcing. You know, it's been a lot of fun just kind of learning this side of the sport and just kind of divulging myself over here.
Oh
Well,
boy,
we're
do we
glad
have some
to-
experienced
Yeah.
professionals to expose you to.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
I can already tell.
we're glad we can add some quantity to your quality.
Yeah, consistency.
I'm stealing that one.
Yeah. Well,
No,
we're glad to have you. Yeah.
I'm in the fortunate position that I have a lot of real world experience in every facet of professional motorsports, from driving to running a team to coaching and car setup and all of that. So I'm in a very fortunate position to bring a lot of that knowledge from the real world over here to the sim world. And I have a lot of time in iRacing as well. So it's kind of just crossing the bridge, if you will, between the real and the virtual world.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it was really similar for me. I'm like, man, I really know how to make a wicked mixed drink out of purple Faygo and cough syrup, but I also want to be online. So, like, how do I put this together? And you know what? This was the answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now- Now, hang on. So when I was working in Southern California, it was in Compton. Okay. We were always taught, night train, right? If you're going to talk about cough syrup and all that stuff, you got to get the cheap night train and then the Kool-Aid. You mix those two, and that's what you get right there.
I mean, that's probably because you just didn't have Faygo. That is completely acceptable. And, oh, man, you are going to fit in right well here.
Yes.
I just want to point out on the screen that Nate Schlavine gave himself a title in iRacing, and iRacing just assigned it as his real name.
Competitive director, that's right.
He is now competition director, which, I mean, to be fair, this is Nate Schlavine's show as far as the competition part, so you reap what you sow, my friend.
That's right.
So the Bean Star Silverado is driven by
the competition director. All right, Nate, just add your name after that, and you'll be good. Because I had that problem too, and Chris was doing my nickname, and it just only did my nickname. I think, oh, it should be Lady J Aubernon, but no, it's just Lady J. It's like, oh, you don't add last name. Okay. All right, Chris, add my last name.
Wait, hold up a second.
Yes?
You mean to tell me 3 or so years into this, it's Lady J and not Lady A?
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I'm actually gonna pull over and explain this one. Stop, Chuck.
Excellent.
Yes. Okay. Oh, X. So when I was just Lady Aubernon, it's my VTuber thing. So I'm just Lady Aubernon. A lot of people only call me Aubernon. Aubernon is my last name. That's disrespectful. I'm gonna smack you with my monkey wrench. So I had to add a first name, and it's a G.I. Joe name.
The more you know.
The more you know. That's right. And knowing is half the battle. So I went with Lady J, Jaye, and Lady J is I consider it my nickname because in my VTuber lore, all of my family goes by their nicknames. If you call us by our actual legal names, we're probably going to think you're the IRS.
Or worse.
Or worse.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Actually, is there worse than the IRS? I don't think there is.
No, I don't think so.
Nah.
ETF.
I mean, I feel like
yeah.
ATF is just IRS with extra
No,
steps.
the ATF will shoot your dog. That makes them worse.
Valid.
Yeah.
I think that's also worse because alcohol, tobacco, firearms should be a convenience store, not a bureaucratic office.
Exactly.
Correct.
Pretty sure that place is next to Barber, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, it's the newest addition to Sandals Birmingham, the ATF.
That's right. Yeah, that's instead of, the book your massage in the middle of a Thursday afternoon, it's you go to the ATF store.
That's right. Get your Mooshlong and your AR-15 and some Dale Jr. chewing tobacco. We'll come up with a name.
You mean some Diet Dew?
Some Diet Dew. That's right.
Frederic
I
is
love
here.
the taste of Diet Dew.
I feel like we are legally obligated to thank Frederic once again for being here at what can only be 3 or 4 in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, they're 6 hours ahead of me, so that's it's 2 a.m. And he had to watch his country get beaten in penalties in the World
that's
Cup
right.
final for good measure. So as our French driver Frederic Toto.
Yeah.
Question in the comments: Josh Klein asking if we plan to race at Sebring anytime soon. We would love to race at Sebring. Sebring is
me
not
space
particularly enthused to have us.
Wow.
Building a G35/G37. I'm very interested in the slash that we're talking about there. But anyway, G35 in Lemons, 4-door, fantastic car. 2-door, gonna get the side eye and BS inspection because it's basically a 350Z. Now that said, I have seen G35s on the street, and I know that most of them have had at least 7 to 9 owners. So I realize no maintenance has been done on them since Obama was a president.
Yeah.
At
Did I
least
say ever?
So. Anyway, Sebring, we'd love to be there. We want to go back. I don't think it's going to happen in 23. We're working on it for 24. So
Cool.
hopefully, fingers crossed.
It's
All right.
everyone.
That's enough real questions. Actually,
Yeah.
to that end, we do have a race announcement coming out this Wednesday for the 24 Hours of Lemons.
Oh.
We have a venue change for one of our dates on the calendar. I won't give away any more, but it'll be official on the 21st. It's going to be something that people are really excited about. It is basically the 24 Hours of Lemons, Christmas gift to all of our people who show up for the races. So look forward to that.
Goodness.
We're going back to Nelson's?
No, but you're in the right part of the country.
Oh, wait, that's Ohio. That's awful.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, you're in the right part of the country relative to the coast.
Oh, all right. That's completely understandable.
Yeah. So anyway, warm up done on this sport race. We got 20 minutes of this race at Rudskogen Motor Center in Norway with NASCARs. 26 cars in the field. Joey Atterbury, pick a number 1 through 26.
Let's go with 17.
17, you're a real winner
Okay.
in this race. There we go.
Ooh, standing start with NAS trucks. And the cars pretending to be, or the trucks pretending to be cars.
Oh, nothing could go badly here. Hold on. I'm seeing a Hesser ask about Saturn Astra or Suzuki Kazashi. I want a Kazashi in the worst way, and that might be my fatal flaw.
Yeah, I talked to John, his uncle, about that, who he works with. They took a Kazashi on trade at the dealership that they have no ability to sell whatsoever. That's a slam dunk IOE contender right there for a 10-year-old car. Highly endorse the Kazashi for Lemons.
Oh, absolutely. There is literally zero fail in this plan.
Yeah. Although Saturn Astra, also a solid choice.
Really
Yeah, but-
surprised I didn't see the competition director jump the start there. You would have figured he would have that in the bag.
Well, he was thinking about those beans.
Oh, I got Rob
Yeah.
Ford. Oh.
Can't stop thinking about those beans. Boy, who saw that one coming?
You got Tyler
Rob Ford, I
Charizard.
hate you.
Turns out
Ow.
the system has some cracks.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm the pipe that just got tossed away.
Oh, I feel like how Rob Ford stole Christmas is a pop-up book I'm going to have to make.
Oh man, there was a Rob Ford themed Lemons car many years ago.
Oh, damn. I thought I was going to be the first one. I got to rethink some things now.
Yeah, it was the Hella Shitty guys in California did a Rob Ford theme, complete with a campaign placard on the roof that was like 4.5 feet tall. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, I need to find that.
I mean,
Carry on.
Rob Ford is my absolute backup Halloween costume concept.
Oh.
That tracks. Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Like, didn't put a costume together this year. I guess I'll put on a cheap suit and smoke crack in the corner.
Yeah.
It was always amazing to me that Rob Ford, as a luxury-sized mammal, found suits that were somehow too big for him. Like, that was, I mean, amongst the smoking crack while
It's
you're
so-
the mayor of Toronto, like, you know, that's a nice touch.
Oh yeah, it's like the casual
what
male.
else do you consider a luxury-sized mammal, though? I'm just curious.
Oh, I see you haven't spent enough time in Lemons.
Yeah, you'll come around.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Come hang out in Lemons, and you'll be like, yeah, those are some comfy human beings.
Have you ever seen like a meal?
I'm just curious. I was just curious. Like, what are some other examples of luxurious mammals?
Oh yeah, you know,
Manatees.
boy, what's it?
Oh, those fluffy cows from Scotland. Oh no,
Yeah,
is that
that's-
Ford again? It's Ford again. No, you're not gonna crack me, Ford.
Go for it, Tyler Charizard.
Oh yeah, Tyler Chikoka.
Yeah, Tyler Chimichanga. That's what I said.
Tyler Chimichanga.
We are
Coca.
delightfully off the rails early here.
Oh, the crazy
Oh, I don't think it's getting better.
It's not going to get any better now.
No.
We're committed to this at this point.
It's a Christmas miracle. God bless us, everyone.
It's a Christmas tragedy.
you will be visited by the three luxury mammal ghosts.
Whew, okay, I actually passed
That's right.
somebody who spun out. Yeah.
Three luxury mammal ghosts of Christmas are what? Rob Ford, John Candy, and Rob Ford again.
And
I was gonna say John Goodman, but
No, John Goodman's. Wilford Brimley. Wilford Brimley is the ghost of luxury mammal futures.
If you do not change your ways, you will have diabetes, and no oatmeal will cure it.
Doctor said, Wilford, you're gonna have diabetes, and that's the way it's been.
Alright, let's see. I got Kevin Hesser in his Argyle sweater Monty box boy.
still looking for the Rob Ford car. God, what year was that?
That was an 87 Thunderbird?
No.
Oh, wait.
No. What year was Rob Ford caught smoking crack?
Oh, okay.
I mean, probably a lot of years. You have no idea how little that narrows it down.
Yeah.
Wasn't it late teens or something like that?
No, it was,
it was
early
like 20.
teens.
Yeah, it was like 11 or something like that.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, man.
I love how the battered crack smoking Rob just makes it better.
Happy to contribute to that. So he contributed by contributing to me.
Man. This is a deep poll. I'm having a hard time finding this, which is unusual for me.
Oh,
I
not
don't
even
know
not even like a
where
penis
most
to
of
tell
these
you?
things are.
We might have to reach out to the void on this one. You know, ask around. You know, really feel out the ground there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the ability to find the red and white Rob Ford campaign car, boy, let's see.
Is the part where Peter Graves comes out from Unsolved Mysteries. If you know anything about the Rob Ford car from 2013 or so, contact your local authorities.
Pretty good impression there, gotta say.
Not quite as good as my John Davis impression, but we're working on it.
John Davis, man.
John Davis still with us.
Somehow, it's amazing.
Somehow, exactly, yeah.
I mean, if you spend your entire life doing 19-second quarter miles, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. I live my
life 19 seconds at a
time. It's about family.
God, what car was it? There was some 80s car they had on Motor Week that was like, it was a 19-second quarter mile car, and they did the panic like slalom, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God, the test driver's about to die. Like it's like wallowing the entire time.
I remember the Cimarron was spectacularly bad.
It was in that ballpark of like weird 80s softly sprung car.
Yeah.
You know, engineering done by Dead Reckoning. God, I feel like it was a Chrysler product. Maybe that's just me understanding what Chrysler products are actually like. I don't know, but that's gonna bother me too. It might have been
Speaking of Chrysler products,
Yes.
do you guys remember the very fine Corinthian leather?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Cordoba, man.
So I saw my friend walking around literally yesterday, and his shirt, a very plain shirt that just said "Fine Corinthian Leather."
Yeah, as you do.
Delightful.
Ricardo Montalban was.
I like what they've done with my car.
Yes. I know what I like. That was how that ad started, and it was like, do you though?
Yeah.
Yeah, Corinthian leather, check.
Yeah.
What is a Corinthian, and how do we kill them?
Well, you see, Captain Kirk, I fought all the Corinthians on the planet you stranded us in 60 years before. And that is how you get Corinthian leather for the Cordoba.
All right.
Now scream my name! Oh. I'll scream that
Thinking
guy.
about those beans again.
Yeah. Con!
Chris Wolfson, by the way, currently sitting in 17th, are
Ah,
well on his way to winning,
yeah.
perhaps.
It's pretty easy with these truck cars and car trucks.
Cars.
Car. Gun demolition of all your dreams.
If the competition director doesn't start spamming the black flag right now, I don't know why he's named as such. I mean, he's pointed backwards. Why wouldn't he black flag everybody?
He's
It's obviously their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really just showing off the capabilities of that vehicle. Because I mean, otherwise, can you name the truck with 4-wheel drive
Nah.
that smells like a steak and seats 35?
Yeah.
Canyonero.
Canyonero.
This
You
18
died.
truck is having issues.
They're trying. There's a lot of trying happening.
Please
There's a lot
clap.
of trying in this thing.
Please clap.
Please clap for us driving these heavy ass truck cars and car trucks.
I sincerely hope that is my overall contribution to the 24 hours of Lemons is that Jeb Bush gets a Jeb Bush meme gets a boot, with the please clap. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? I'll support that. That's an excellent
And
and
birds.
fine addition to this organization.
Yeah.
And French fries. Burbs and French fries. All right.
Oh, the burbs aren't real.
That's right. Well, these
Birds.
definitely aren't.
Bird's definitely not real. Yeah.
this
I'm
this
so- I'm seeing-
Thunderbird's not real.
Since we got 10 minutes left in this race, I want to
Okay.
cover another topic, everybody.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay? Dinner. Because I'm about to
Dinner,
grill some
yes.
dinner. I'm going to grill
Oh.
pork chop
Oh, boy.
tonight, But what did you guys have for dinner?
Pizza rolls.
Whoa, well, but hang on. Did you have the pepperoni, the triple cheese, the combination?
Yeah, triple pepperoni.
Okay, there you go. All right. Now, did you throw them in the microwave or did you get them in the oven? Oh,
I did microwave.
Don't crisp then. Man.
Difference
You gotta-
between a microwave, just shove it in raw, but the oven, it needs a little bit of time.
That's right. Now, you can also shove it in raw in a deep fryer, too. Oh, almost castroled.
I mean, I guess it really depends on what state you're in, because that sounds illegal in Kentucky.
Well, funny enough,
everything's
that was
legal.
done in
sorry.
at Wichita State University in Wichita, Kansas, because so Wichita State has a bowling team, like an athletic bowling team, and they have this bowling alley.
Hold on. No
Yes?
bowling team is athletic.
I was going to say, this is a tangent I was not
Athletic bowling
expecting.
team, the ABT.
Man.
Okay, but so the bowling alley at the rec center, the campus rec center, I don't know if it's still there. They remodeled so much. The little snack bar, you could have pizza rolls, and they were deep fried. They're just topping, yeah. So
Real
I tried
performance
it.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
that's athlete food. I'm pretty sure that's super food. Lance Armstrong approved.
Yeah. But yeah.
Isn't that the acai? I think I saw an American Dad episode about the superfood acai.
Oh
I
yeah.
say yeah.
Acai.
Yes.
Thick acai. Thick acai breaks.
I'm still looking for the Rob Ford car. Just so
Well, I mean, if we're bringing
I have
up
no idea
tonight-
what's happening on screen. Yeah.
If we're bringing up tonight's dinner, how do you feel about burritos and barbecue sauce by chance?
Well, give me the inside of the burrito. What's in there? I mean,
It's whatever Aldi corporate could stuff in an 8-cent burrito.
Yeah.
I'm not terribly scared of the barbecue sauce as long as the burrito fits the sauce. Like, that's all that matters.
I mean, on the package it said it was a like a beef and bean burrito.
Yeah, it's not the combo that I would be like, oh hell yeah, let's get some barbecue and burritos.
Yeah. It's
You
like
know?
a salsa.
See, this is what happened in last month's race. I gave my very new wife a plate of cheap burritos, and she asked for some sauce, so I gave her some barbecue sauce, and she looked at me like I kicked a dog.
That's right. And then you said it's like a salsa.
You mean barbecue sauce is like a salsa? I will die on this hill gladly.
It's a lubricant to shove it down the gullet, right? That's a flavored lubricant.
Sounds
A true man of God before us,
Yum,
everyone.
yum.
That's right.
It says like K-Light jelly. K-White grape
Before
jelly.
before we even finish the dinner discussion, I just want to point out, Philip asked in the comments, pointing out that bowling teams were Suzuki customers, which is my favorite melding of Lemon's weird tropes. That is amazing.
Here, Kevin. Oh no.
To round out the dinner
I think
discussion,
the ABT only drove performance Suzuki's, though.
yeah, by which you mean the SX4?
Oh yeah, the SX4.
The
Such a
SX4 is
hatchback.
a decent car.
Oh,
It was. I mean, the thing about Suzuki's is they were decent cars. They just where do you buy one?
Where do you buy
Where do you
one?
get them serviced? You
That's
know,
right.
Not a real thing, as it turns
At
out.
your Suzuki motorcycle dealer.
Yeah. Messed up. Dinner, by the way, I took my wife out to a nice Italian dinner and got bolognese with
Okay.
pork and something else, and she got gnocchi with short ribs, and it is the most amazing thing.
Ooh,
that's ever
gnocchi
been made.
with short ribs, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Was it just like pulled short rib over the top?
Yeah, it was like gnocchi served in a dish with pulled short rib, super tender.
Okay.
It kind of melts. It's like a meat popsicle. It's amazing.
Delicious.
Now,
Negative.
question,
I am a
was
meat
it
popsicle.
was it traditional gnocchi, like potato gnocchi, or was it like a ricotta gnocchi?
It was more like a ricotta. Yeah, like a had cheese.
Steak,
So
steak, steak.
yeah, really good.
Are you guys saying ricotta?
Ricotta.
Yes. Yeah, I meant ricotta. Ricotta.
A cat. I thought you were saying Nokia for a minute.
You almost made me spit out my iron.
I think you said ganache.
Gnocchi.
Oh, stick.
Oh, I love corn tortillas.
Tortilla. Jalapenos, baby. Yeah.
And quesadillas.
Serve me up a chicken taco.
Taco. It's a taco. It's for my balls.
Now you lost me there. But anyway.
Yeah, you'll have that in the spirit clubs.
Yeah. So you're grilling pork chops. I feel like every time
Yeah.
Joey's on, we end up talking about food, and I'm totally okay with this.
The food is delicious, man. I mean, what more can you love than food?
I agree.
There's movies made about it. American Pie.
American pie.
God, man has another good point.
Yeah,
That's right.
100%. So do you brine your pork chops or do you dry rub them?
I'm just gonna rub it.
Yeah. Gotta rub the pork.
I love rubbing meat, but
Crazy.
no, there's not much to tonight's dinner. It's just gonna be some pretty simple salt, pepper, probably onion powder, garlic powder, the typical, and then I've got some fried rice that I made left over last night, so that's what's gonna be a side. Probably throw some stuff in the fryer, maybe some gyoza, throw an Asian flair onto it, see what happens.
Ooh, nice.
You fancy.
Like Applebee's on a date night.
Fancy like Applebee's. Man. That's a backhanded compliment if I've ever heard one.
Tell you what, Aaron Smith is taking this field to Gapplebee's.
Yeah, he
That's
does
what
that.
he does. Yeah.
All the Smiths. Robert, Johnny Marr, Morris.
That's some good
Well, it's cool
That
to
took me
see
a
Richard Kelly 7 out here. It's crazy that there's 6 other Richard Kellys out there
I
Yeah,
know,
that
they're
are
just
just
being
identical.
cloned.
just biding time until they can be the real
That's right.
Richard Kelly. I'm still looking for the Rob Ford car. I'm striking out on this. Super uncharacteristic. I usually know where things are, man. Feeling down on myself about being unable to find it.
I can't believe that all the competitors ganged up on the competition director and made him leave his own playground.
Yeah, I saw that. He barely disconnected. Either that or his
Aw.
internet said no. One of
It's
the two.
probably that. I found it. Totally found it.
Yay!
All right. Ryan, you're gonna get some Rob Ford images in the chat. You can
I am sorry.
forward on. I should point out that the guy attempting to play Rob Ford is a 6'4", 170-pound German guy. So the absolute opposite of Rob Ford. And yet, somehow makes it more spectacular because he's stuffed a suit full of something. Anyway, there you have it. That'll show up on the screen soon. Aaron Smith, 10 seconds ahead of Ed Smith, and EJ Bird racing with Ed Smith right there. Ryan, of course, right on top of the actual racing because that's what he does.
Yes.
He brings you actual action while the rest of us are completely clueless.
That's right.
Kind of great. Ryan, way over his our ability, I should
Oh
say.
no!
not
Oh
his.
no! There we go. Time to drive through.
Thanks for being you, Ryan.
That was a little
Thank you.
Austin Powers moment there. Who does number 2 work for?
Get a courtesy flush over
Oh,
there.
almost got flushed in the butt by Eric Hesser. In this IKEA.
There it is.
Swedish
There's the
fish.
Rob
Oh,
Ford car.
oh no! Oh, I killed. And there's Santi and
beautiful
murder. Okay. All right.
Ryan, what was dinner for you over there?
Pizza.
Yay.
Nice. A variation of the roll type, it seems.
That's right.
Correct.
What was the toppings on yours?
It was a supreme pizza, so all kinds of good stuff. My wife doctored it up too. Some bacon and like
Ooh.
extra
With
cheese.
some barbecue
Shout out
sauce.
to the wife.
Oh yeah.
Green peppers, yay or nay?
The small amount that's on a supreme is okay.
Yeah. I feel like green peppers is the great divide amongst pizza people.
Oh, I saw his pineapple.
Oh,
I'm
well,
really
I mean,
more of like a velociraptor, so
Yeah.
like, just throw the carnivore stuff on there for me.
fair enough.
All right, white flag has come out
Yeah.
in the Panduro.
Oh man, I didn't pick far enough down. See, I was hoping that maybe 17th spot would have been like that cutoff between people leaving and actually staying in the race, you know?
Ah.
I'll tell you what,
we're
Ed
masochists.
White's a fantastic winner. Ed White races a 2003 Ford Thunderbird in
Oh.
Meat Space Lemons, has a real Thunderbird here, an 87 Fox body. He's a Thunderbird enthusiast, I would say.
Thunderbird.
Birds
Somebody's
aren't
got
real.
yeeted out in the background.
Well, and
Oh,
boy, holy
Yes.
smokes!
Oh, God, it's my
there's
Ulysses
the
broken in
impact.
half.
yep. Aaron Smith, the winner, just got yeeted into oblivion. I think he's in Stockholm by now. But
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
He's in the North Sea.
Well done, everybody. Did Ed end up finishing 17th?
Well, I'm watching him right now. I have no idea where he is on the racetrack.
Yeah, nobody knows this racetrack at all. I don't know. That looks like it's probably the.
It looks like it's coming up here. There's got to be Barney over there somewhere.
There we go. Let's call Ed our winner. I think that's fair.
Yay. All right.
And he somehow doesn't yeet anybody at the.
Yeah. What was up with that, Ed? Come on, dude.
All right. I'm almost. Oh, and people are
I expect
disconnecting,
more
so
from you, Ed.
there might
This
be less
replay
people
is
to
worth it,
eat.
bro.
Oh yeah, and then
All right, here we
Aaron in
go.
the yellow truck, never lifting,
Oh.
and then getting. Oh yeah.
Oh, please tell me there's some people
He
up
gets
ahead.
hit again. He gets booted completely
Oh,
out.
I see
of
smoke.
the
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, there was a follow-up yeet
You.
just as he's about to come to rest. Somebody right there. Yep. He pinballs out into the weeds. Beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, I'm gonna watch myself eat myself into oblivion.
Oh, off the AARP Buick even. Yeah, there we go. Andy Wirchka sends him into low Earth orbit there. And Ryan's on top of it, finding the absolute best shot. Of course he is.
Do a
Man,
barrel
that
roll.
is insta death. Like the impact of the driver door A bar into that
Yep.
car, just oof.
I'm sorry, were those counter-rotating barrel rolls we just saw?
Ain't you ever seen Top Gun? That's a 5th-gen fighter, bruh.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh,
man. It's the V-22 Osprey of yeeting with the counter rotating there.
Wow, that's a reference.
Speaking of Osprey, did you see Bell get awarded the new contract with their new kind of Osprey looking thing?
I did not.
Yeah, they
Does
got
it eat
awarded
things
the
into
new...
orbit?
It probably could, but it's another double rotor type thing, but it looks more helicopterish than the Osprey.
I'm into it. I am into it. That is a great finish to that. Quality yeeting. I think that was a successful first trip to Norway for Lemons.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'd say that one pretty all right.
Ed White, 17th place. Well done. Lucian Blindu, brand new guy, just misses out on the overall winner. Competition director finishes next to EFL. So, well done, CD. I didn't even notice Santiago snuck into the session.
Yeah, he was in, yeah.
Excellent.
I'm not gonna lie, a little disappointed in Tyler Chulupa's performance, but he'll get better.
Oh, and he's joining, or that's Carl Edwards' car is looking at.
All
But
right.
he's dressed
Well,
up as Santi.
this moves us on to the main event, which is the Sunduro, which is, I think, an 80-minute endurance race.
Yes,
Let me
80
double check on that. And this is, of course, 3-class racing. It's FR 500s and street stock. That's Mustang and Camaro, basically. The Toyota GR86 racing heads up with ND Miatas. And then in the bottom class, the Jetta TDI Spec Racer Ford and Legends. We will be at Sebring. It's a brand new scan of Sebring, brand new track. And for every spot not filled in the field, we'll have bots in it, probably with stupid names. So there we go.
I can't race in it. The session's full.
Oh, is it full of bots? I hope not.
Probably, yeah.
It shows 26 of 62, or 22 of 62. Oh, but it does show 42 AIs.
Well, crap.
Oops.
Well, we'll see what happens. Randy, you were going to talk about shopping for a minivan, and I'm going to step away, so I'm going to let you monologue about that.
Oh, man. Okay.
And here, before you get started on minivans, I actually have to step out and go grill that pork chop. So I'm going to leave the rest of the racing and broadcast to you guys. I know it's in fantastic hands.
Thanks for being here, Joey.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, thanks, Joey.
Thank you for allowing me to just kind of jump in and be an idiot.
You're always welcome to be an idiot here.
That's kind of what this is built upon.
Yep. Happy grilling, man.
Thank you very much. See everybody later.
All right.
Nah. Well, you know what? While we're in a little intermission here, I'll actually bring up the van story momentarily, if that's all right. But
Okay.
I don't know. Bearded Sim Racer does now seem like an acceptable time for Christmas shopping advice.
Absolutely.
All right, hold on here. I have a list. I prepared for you people because I know Christmas shopping is difficult. So the first thing on our list here is headed your way. It's actually a book. Now, while books might not be high on some of your Christmas lists, I assure you this one covers a myriad of very important topics and really should be covered by really all people in the country. So I mean, we've got that coming up here momentarily, and once we see that pop up here, we'll continue with the Christmas list. But I'm really just trying to be here and be a helpful member of our community and help you with your last minute shopping guide. Now, as you can see here, I swear this is an actual book that you can buy, and it can be at your home by Christmas. How to talk to your cat about gun safety, and also abstinence, drugs, Satanism, and other dangers that threaten their 9 lives. This is a real book. It's about $9 or so, available on your favorite jungle-named website, and it'll be at your house in a few days. And it is absolutely fantastic. So there's also an audiobook version, which I highly recommend. So if you need to talk to your cat about gun safety, and if you have a cat, you definitely do, this is the gift for you. I mean, like, Lady A/J, like, do you have a cat that you need to talk about, gun safety with?
I actually don't have a kitty. I do not. And it looks like, got an update from Nate. iRacing registration is one and done. I was just about to post that it glitched and more bots joined than it should have. I set the slider to 30 instead of 42. Clicked OK. I jumped to full. Filing a bug report, so.
Well, you'll have that on these bigger jobs.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have a kitty that needs a gun. There are cats outside that maybe might need some safety.
Well, while we are getting that particular one figured out, the next gift option is available. Now, if you are looking to spend a little bit more than $10, if you're looking for like a big gift, your absolute, your keystone gift, the thing that really holds family Christmas together, the thing that really says I love you. If you have like $3,500 or so, you too can buy a 2008 Gillig, which I was today years old when I found out is a city bus. So for $3,500, and this is literally local to me, you can buy a city bus that seats 30, and you can drive it wherever you want. Don't let your dreams be dreams, people. Buy a bus today.
I would buy that bus.
If there's a better authority on buy a bus today than Randy Bish, man, I don't know it.
I mean, really, the only limitation is you can't call it the Gay Hound just because that's what we've already named our retired bus tow rig. But outside of that, everything's fair game.
Yeah, I think so. There is Sebring International Raceway in beautiful, well, that's probably an overstatement, in Sebring, Florida. Sure is a place in the middle of Florida. Former air base from World War II, B-17 training facility. It is a renowned place, unique in racing. What you can't really tell from iRacing is how much it really looks like the parking lot of a Kmart that's been closed for 25 years, but here they are.
Yeah, I mean, Florida seems like a nice, sane place that we could go.
Yeah, I mean, we loved being there. A couple of years ago, we were there on Mother's Day weekend. We let mothers race for free, which was great. It was like bring your mom to race, and a few people did. NSF Racing raced a Sebring at Sebring with a team full of women, most of whom were mothers. That was super awesome. One of the coolest IOE winners we've ever had.
See, and that's really what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. By the way, the Sebring made a reappearance at Road Atlanta, where you will be shocked to know dropped all of its transmission fluid everywhere with all over the track, all over the track and the paddock. So, unfortunately, did not finish the race. It was not the car they had intended to bring. I will not ruin that surprise. They're going to bring it at a future race, but yeah, the car they were working on, they let Sasha work on, and therefore it was not ready for a variety of reasons involving sawzalls. So they pulled the Sebring out from behind the shop and it attempted to race. So.
Yeah, but I mean, at least their other car has a cool skylight now.
Yes, you can see the motor from the driver's seat. That is a feature.
Man, Sasha really is a gift to not only this organization, but this species.
Yeah. I've said it before, and it's worth reiterating. There are a number of people I've run across in doing this, in working for Lemons, that you can explain them to people, and they do not believe that person is that way. until they meet them and they say, oh my God, that person really is exactly as you described them. And Sasha, one of those people. So it looks like we are going to possibly relaunch this session. A whole bunch of people didn't get in, so I think Nate is working on recreating a session. I'm sorry, competition director is working.
Competition director.
Restarting the session so we can get everybody in and it's not totally overrun with bots. So we will get to that. Might take a couple minutes.
It is going to take a few minutes. We're going to have to shake our sponsors down for the 75 cents to put up another session.
That's right.
But I assure you, eBay Motors is good for it.
That's right.
eBay Motors, Yokohama, both good for it. This is the part of the track, by the way, that most resembles the Kmart parking lot, by the way. Cracked cement. When you're in turn 17 looking out, like it's literally 170 feet of just cracked concrete. So, good stuff.
Well, you will have that on these bigger jobs.
Yep. So that was before air. I think I was talking about that. But somebody at Road Atlanta came up to me and said, after I yelled at his driver, said, he'll get there. And the teammate looked at me and said, well, you'll have that on these bigger jobs. And it was one of those great moments of iRacing to meet space crossover that I live for. That was Lee. It was Lee. Yes, it was Lee Tuck in the chat right now. Thank you, Lee Tuck. Awesome.
I'm sorry. There is not only a human being named Lee Tuck, but a human being named Lee Tuck that uses that phrase.
Correct.
This is pretty literally a Christmas miracle.
It is.
Yes.
It's a Festivus miracle, too.
Thank you, Lee. I could not remember for the life of me. I talked to 200 or 300 people in a weekend. I couldn't remember who had said that. That was you. Perfect. That couldn't have come from a better source.
And I'm proud to be an American.
That's it.
God bless the Chihuahua.
That song is completely ruined for me due to a slight adventure to a strip club once.
You go on?
So, this was years ago. I just lost my job. My friends were trying to, console me. I was, not in a great place. They take me out drinking, and eventually we get pretty bored. And I know. Let's take public transport to the local Pittsburgh strip joint. So we do, as one does. And on the bus ride, we find that our one friend has forgotten every word in the English language. So we know we're off to a good start. And we walk in there, and the bouncer is very skeptical of our legal enough sobriety. So how do I know you guys are, you guys are going to be okay? We're fine, man. And then we peek in there, and it's really just a life-changing moment of the scene in front of me. So and I'm proud to be an American. And ever since then, every 4th of July, I just think of, kind of sideways boobies. Now that Christmas is ruined, you're welcome.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate my Christmas present.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good, by the way, representation. Yep.
Man, I love how that reference is also 15 years old now.
Yeah, that'll make you feel old.
Speaking of Christmas presents, though, I heard minivans would make a good Christmas present. Randy, what do you know about
man.
that?
Okay, here we go. So as it turns out, a used minivan is the hardest thing on the planet to buy.
Okay.
Because the average minivan owner buys them new to, shuffle their little crotch fruit around.
Mm-hmm.
And then they hold on to them forever. And 25 years later, they make a Craigslist Facebook Marketplace posting, and it just says 2001 Honda Odyssey. No maintenance done since the H.W. Bush administration. Vehicle is currently on fire, and every surface is sticky. $3,500 firm.
Yep.
So I'm trying to find a used minivan over the last month and a half, and I am striking out because everything in like the $3,000 territory is terrible until I find a van that is parked in my friend's shop. It's, been parked in the back and forgotten about. Also, pausing the story because the return of Pickled Dale is upon us with Tyler Charizard here.
Excellent.
But so I find this van and it looks insanely rough, but talking to my friend with the shop about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the neighbor owns that." So I go over, and the shop is not in a great part of town. So I knock on the door, and this dude shuffles out. It's important to know that the neighbor / owner of the van, I have never seen him wear a shirt in my life.
Oh my.
And this guy shuffles out of his house and like, "Nah, man, I can't sell the van. I've got plans for it. I'm gonna hold on to that thing. I really need it." Like, okay, man, whatever. I show up the next day, and the next day he shuffles over in the morning like, "Hey, I talked it over with my old lady, and sometime in the next year or so I might be willing to sell it. And, we can talk about it." Like, okay, man, if something comes up, let me know. 45 minutes later, he comes over, and this time he's wearing a polo shirt that is 2 sizes too small and probably the wrinkliest thing I've ever seen since Don Knotts' testicle bag.
Right.
And he is in this wrinkly polo, like he is here to negotiate. Like, all right, we've got businessmen on the line.
He put his business shirt on. He shirt on.
He puts the business shirt on. He's like, "Well, I talked to my wife a little more, and she's like, well, I'd be okay to get rid of it for what we have into it. So, $1,000 will take it, but if you want to negotiate, we won't go any lower than $800. So, like, this guy's negotiating for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Ghetto Shark Tank is my favorite game on the planet now. So, like, sure, man, and I buy this thing, and it looks like it has been parked on a boat launch on its side for its entire life. There is literally not a square inch of clear coat on the entire passenger side of the van. And it was definitely driven by a guy who has never worn a shirt in his life. Like, every shred of the interior is an EPA Superfund site separate. So, like, and somehow, after all of this rigmarole, this was still the best van I could have purchased in this price range.
Right.
So yeah, if you want a minivan and you want to spend under, $10,000 or so, good luck, because this is what you have looking forward to.
You get, 3 Pedal Mafia / Everyone Racers coined the phrase when you are cleaning out your Lemons car / any car of sticky change.
Yeah, that's applicable.
This is sticky everything. And we've all been in that car, like you bum a ride from somebody to get somewhere, and like you sit down and you instinctively float your arms at shoulder level the entire time because you don't want to touch any surface of the car. Is this the level of minivanness we're talking about?
It's that, and then there's some structure built upon that particular foundation. Ooh. So I open up this van, and the power doors are broken, so I have to fight both of them to get into it. And the first thing I see is a stolen municipal garbage can, which is where they stored their Christmas tree.
Oh.
Oh my.
What?
There's that in it, and there's so much else. And it's a lot of me just literally shoveling crap out of this thing. But up front, there's this what is it, like Oak Wilderness or whatever the hell that Walmart camo brand is.
Yep.
They have a safe, and it's wire tied to the seat. Like, okay, that's odd, but whatever. And the guy comes over later on that night, like, "Hey, don't worry about that safe. I'll take it out of there. My old lady used to use that to hold her 22. Like, okay, that's a little sketch, but whatever. And that, and like, yeah, I should probably find that gun one of these days. We don't know where it went. They're like, oh, I really didn't think this could get any more surprising. But this man really is the shirtless gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Wow.
So again, if you want to buy a cheap minivan, you don't want to buy a cheap minivan.
Yeah, it comes with the trappings of a cheap minivan, as it turns out.
In retrospect, I would have spent 40 grand on a Sienna just to not deal with this.
I could see that. Yeah. A few years ago, my brother bought a used Sienna for like an 06 Sienna. I think he paid 3 or 4 grand for it. But this was before the entire market went completely bug fuck. So, yeah.
So there was a Sienna that I was looking at, and on paper, it was perfect. It was right in the price range. It wasn't actively on fire. It was really, those were my only requirements.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was being sold, and this is really life just kicking irony directly into my eyeballs. But it was being sold by a legitimate Nigerian businessman.
Awesome.
This guy, from what we could tell, he operated a Sunoco in the middle of the hood, but he also sold cars out of the back lot. And trying to organize with him was like, I could not give this man money, because every time I tried to, it was just something else came up. Like, sir, I just want to give this Nigerian businessman money, and I want to move on with my life. And not being allowed to do that is when I had to meet, Janice and Shark Tank Man.
Right. Oh, man. That's an adventure. How long was this process? Like weeks? Or is this like compressed into like 36 hours?
From wanting a van to getting a van was 6 weeks.
Okay.
It was absolutely terrible. And I contacted like 50 plus people, and everything was just terrible.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, again, if you're looking for a used minivan, if you're looking for a 20-year-old used minivan, your options are Toyota Sienna, Honda Odyssey. The Chevy Venture is no longer an option because they have all returned to the earth, but they made 1 billion Chrysler Town and Countries. But those aren't really options because every one of them has an entire pack of Newports ground into every bit of upholstery.
Yum.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that like it's the classic Chrysler thing. Within 10 years, it was on its 4th owner, and that owner was using it as a quote-unquote parts hauler, which means that they just chain smoked in it and took the seats out of it for reasons. And that's pretty much it.
There was one guy that I found that had a very similar concept, but with a Honda Odyssey. He took the seats out and used it as a quote truck. And for some unknown reason, he welded the sliding door shut. And I was still willing to give this guy unreasonable amounts of money because I just wanted this torture to end.
Right. Man, that's messed up.
This has to count as time served in hell.
Yeah, completely. That is crazy. I want to point out, by the way, that the successor to the Venture was, of course, the Uplander. And let's see. There's a joke here. Give me a second. My brain.
Yeah, you already said Uplander.
All right. So, you know how in the 70s, all the X bodies, they spelled out Nova, right? You had Nova, Omega, Ventura, Apollo.
Yeah.
And they did this with the minivan in the 2000s. Did you know this?
Oh.
Well, they almost did.
Oh,
they almost did it. They almost did it perfectly by accident because you had the Buick Terraza. You had the Uplander. You had the Relay. And then they ruined it by having the Pontiac Montana. They were so close. They were so close. If it had been the Pontiac Delaware, then we would have been in the money.
Pontiac Delaware. Pontiac ride.
All right, 2 streams in a row. We've brought up the 1987 or so Pontiac sales jingle, which really is one of the best songs ever made.
That's right. It's up there with the Plymouth Duster song.
Duster, laser.
I'm familiar with that one.
Oh, you don't know the cocaine ad Duster commercial?
No.
It's the Cocaine Factory. Phil wrote about this. Merle Martin wrote about this ages ago, and it's like this. It aired during the MTV Music Awards, and it was
That's
like,
right.
look at all our edgy dusterness, and it was like this weird, bad new wave pop song. My duster, my Plymouth Duster is the chorus.
Oh yeah, there was some 53-year-old white guy named Jerry that was like, "This is gonna do it."
Yeah. We're gonna air this during MTV. That's what the kids like.
Yeah, but he was so out of touch that he said it phonetically, so it was Mativa.
Well, yeah, music television, I think. Is actually Can we get it on the program? This was the discussion that happened.
This better work if we're pulling our money out of Lawrence Welk Hour.
Oh, I got Christmas presented.
Going back to Joey Atterbury and
Right into the pit lane.
and Corinthian leather right there. Man alive. What's crazy is that they could have had parallel advertising between Lawrence Welk and the music television program.
I almost guarantee they did.
Yeah. So good.
Oh, just utterly amazing. Oh,
Wow,
I see New
what's
Twin doing
happened?
New Twin things.
That was amazing. Whatever just happened there was spectacular. From toe to toe. Man.
So if you haven't driven the brand new Twin yet, it's Bob really phoned this one in.
Yeah. Is it not so good?
It handles like a Formula V had a tequila-filled night with his dune buggy.
What just happened? Why did it do that? That was amazing. Yeah, Bob's getting called in on Monday.
Bob's Christmas bonus is going to be a lot meeker now.
This is a brand new chassis for iRacing, brand new for Lemons, the FR86.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just whoop. Why did that happen? Nobody knows. That's not how physics or weight works.
Those cars, we did a 3-pound mafia thing Monday. I think at Sebring, and those things are tough. They're like old school street stock tough.
GR86 rolls left, GR86 rolls right. You can't explain it.
You can't.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. We also Matt Sitko asked how many people were going to bring out the legend tonight, and there's a few legends out.
Oh, hold on. I've got a legend I should probably enter. Un momento.
Oh, okay. I'll
Like
see it.
one spot left, I think, since we're late on the session. So
Yeah. All right. Let me once again see if I can do a lap that gets me on the board. Here we go.
Oh, I gotta remember how to fire up iRacing. Un momento.
Oh, you might have to update it if it's been a while.
You'll have that on these bigger jobs.
Oh, Nate's here. That means the bots are coming.
Oh yeah, the Rob Ford Thunderbird paint is now on Trading Paint, so you're welcome, humanity.
Oh, yay. Oh. Tyler Chimichunga is spinning up in his Toyota.
Yeah, that also sounds about accurate.
Speaking of, I guess, people related to Randy in some way, is Donnie Iris a singer? How is he famous?
Donnie Iris is famous because he's a goddamn saint.
Ah,
Donnie Iris,
But he is indeed a singer.
He's a singer.
Primarily.
okay. And has he raced in Lemons or?
Not yet, against my efforts.
Ah. So how did you, I guess, build a friendship with him?
Oh, I've
You've never been to Pittsburgh, my friend.
Donnie
No, I have
Iris
not.
is a friend of everybody's.
Ah.
Everybody knows somebody who knows Donnie Iris in Pittsburgh. It's a thing.
So, one of my friends has a fraternity style of paddle, but with holes drilled in it to make it a shot ski. And it says, take a shot if you like Donnie Iris. And it's signed by Donnie Iris.
Ah.
And none of that was non-literal. Donnie Iris is an absolute American hero.
Well, I will have to check out his work.
Man, I've read about this. I've talked about this. I've had conversations about this. But there is a weird thing in the Rust Belt where there are people like Donnie Iris and oh god, who's the dude from Cleveland? That's gonna bother me.
Drew Carey.
Yeah, no, there's some musician, but like,
Oh,
no
Dave
matter
Thomas?
what happens, nobody outside of that metro area knows anything about them. But they will sell out 6 to 12 shows a year in that city, and only in that city.
Nice.
So Donnie Iris plays, I don't know. Yeah.
Donnie Iris plays
year.
Jurgles outside of Cranberry.
Yeah.
And once a year, he'll play at the Palace for his birthday.
That's right. Yeah. So he plays at these half dozen shows and will sell out a 9,000 seat arena in Pittsburgh, or the Pittsburgh Metro, because he is a legend in this locality. And there's these in Cleveland and Akron and Columbus, and it's kind of this thing, and it doesn't really exist anywhere else, because if you're a big deal in New York, you're kind of a big deal everywhere. Same thing in LA and San Francisco, maybe even to some extent Texas, because you end up on Austin city limits or whatever. But in the Rust Belt, where everybody has forgotten about everything else, Donnie Iris is there selling out 10,000 seats, arenas, while nobody remembers who Donnie Iris is.
And furthermore, there are multiple levels of Midwestern music local god. And for Pittsburgh, it's Donnie Iris through and through, top to bottom.
Yeah.
B tier below him is definitely Johnny Angel and the Halos.
Well, let's not forget Joe Gershecki.
Joe Gershecki and the House Rockers.
That's right.
I'm both surprised and not surprised that you know about Joe Gershecki.
Yeah.
Well, also, just a reminder, the birds are not real.
Birds are not real.
Birds are not real.
Now, my wife grew up just outside of Pittsburgh, so she knows all the DVE, call in will be the ninth caller, you get Joe Gershecki ticket.
I once saw Donnie Iris rock a man to death.
Yeah.
1-800-EMPIRE today.
Well, Empire was at Chicago.
I mean, we had Empire too. I was surprised when I found out that one was national.
Yeah, same. We had Victory Auto Wreckers in Chicago, famous wrecking yard that ran the same commercial for 24 years on television.
All right, so here's one I'm going to need the help from the people at home for. And all right, if you're at home, I need you to listen up here. If you were in the year, 1996, and we're looking to buy a vehicle, does the commercial jingle of ring a bell? So we found that one of our local car dealerships had this jingle that was fantastically popular. And it was Century 3 Chevrolet, Lebanon Church Road, Pittsburgh, minutes from the mall. And we found out that jingle was used by like a dozen or so different car dealerships, but with different words. And first of all, the Pittsburgh one is the best. And secondly, I know it was the best because that commercial was requested for the playlist for my wedding. Like going through the playlist requests, like, okay, we got the chicken dance, we got the bridal polka, we got all this fun. Oh yeah, the Century 3 Chevrolet commercial. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Followed by the Pontiac Ride song. Oh. Kill the cone. Actually, this is a good time for me to go back in the pit for a hot moment. And, let's see.
There's never a bad time to go back to the pit, because I mean, if we're honest, racing kind of sucks. But Snack Shack pretzels can be okay.
Yeah.
Sebring's food was okay. I think they had a Snack Shack. Yeah, they did. It was all right. Yeah.
Oh boy, do I have a story.
Oh.
Do go on.
So the only reason why I bring this up is because there's almost no way in hell she's listening. But I might have written into a podcast that was they were extolling the virtues of some Gingerman snack bar food.
Oh.
And I might have written a 3 to 5 page long dissertation about the effects of the chorizo breakfast burrito on the intestinal system. And it was like, haha, funny shit post, go on from there. And then it got reposted a bunch, and it turned into the wonderful, wonderful ladies that work at the Gingerman Snack Shack thanking all of the supporters for standing up for the chorizo burrito. And I really was not expecting that amount of scope creep in a single post about breakfast burritos, but here we are. Mary Beth, if you're out there, I didn't mean a word of it. I love you very dearly.
Aw.
Mary Beth is wonderful at Gingerman.
Oh, Mary Beth is an actual saint.
Yeah, the level of I won't put up with your BS stuff that you get from Mary Beth, top notch among track managers. I appreciate Mary Beth.
Yeah, she is absolutely wonderful.
So I dropped in the broadcast chat a link to a YouTube video of the 1-800-EMPIRE logo history.
Ah, fantastic. Man, that dude had a quality mustache, I gotta say.
We still talking about Mary Beth? Mary Beth, if you're listening, I didn't mean that either. I still love you.
I'm gonna get an unpleasant phone call on Monday.
Oh, like it's the first time Gingerman authorities would be moderately upset with me. See? Exactly.
Oh,
I love how I've just gotten used to the 86 cars just swerving into oblivion at this point. Like, man, they're really doing their best out there, but
They really are.
you know what? I'm gonna throw this out here for against lack of better judgment, but if you're racing right now and listening, and if you're tired, if you're tired of your GR86 handling like a handful of flaming dog poo, very seriously, put 20 gallons of fuel in it. It actually gets way better, and it makes 0 sense.
I love when they when developers just release things.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
What happens?
developers?
Oh, that's another big guy.
Sweaty Steve Ballmer has
Yeah,
joined the
Steve.
chat. Developers.
Thank you, boy, for sticking with us in this continuing de-evolution of a broadcast as we dive deeper into a Sunday evening with Edmund Fitzgerald and Eggnog. A couple things happening in the new year. Keep an eye out for. We have our season opener at Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama. Of course, brought to you by Sandals Birmingham.
That's right.
And we did have a date change with our Sonoma race in the spring. Some big German OEM threw them a pile of money to rent the entire facility for 12 weeks and told us to go pound sand. So we rented Thunder Hill on February, I believe, 17th through the 19th. And what we are going to be doing at that race is we're going to have 3 different tracks that we are going to run within 2 days. So Saturday will be the 5-mile Thunderhill track in reverse, which as far as we know has never been done. So pioneering new ground. And then on Sunday, we're going to reconfigure the track to the 3-mile track in reverse, which we've never done. And then at noon, we are going to reset the track, change some things to accommodate our safety requirements. And we are going to run the 3-mile track in the normal anti-clockwise direction. So we will have 3 different tracks, 2 of them on Sunday, 3 for the whole weekend. Winner in the classes are the ones who log the most laps. That is the first time, as far as we know, we've done, and anybody's done anything like this. First time we've done this at Thunderhill. So totally worth coming to if you are on the fence about it. All of those configurations of Thunderhill are absolutely spectacular and highly recommended. So come out February, check out that race. I'll be there. That's all you need to know, right?
Yeah.
Can we just ponder how much money it takes to rent Sonoma for 3 months?
I mean,
It's Mercedes money.
Yeah, I think it's something that starts with me. Oh, Richard Kelly.
Oh, really?
By the way, that was amazing. An anti-drift there from Richard Kelly. That was incredible.
Oh, no.
12 weeks of rental at Sonoma is a disgusting amount of money, and I do not blame the track one bit for taking somebody who wants to rent that place for 3 months straight up. That's good business. I have no problem with that.
Also, that little slide there was some of the best squirrely maneuvering I've seen since the Dieselgate testimony.
Yeah. It's almost like they rented Sonoma for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
See, they had the money to do the research to begin with. Where did that happen?
Well, I just realized it's a RoboCop theme, and that's excellent also. Beautiful.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Everything
Tonight
here is
is a
good.
Christmas miracle, it seems.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
Christmas
right.
miracle.
This is Lemon's giving back. And
Yes.
like I said earlier in the broadcast, on this Wednesday we have a Lemon's Christmas present to everybody else. So, and it's not GR86 handling, although
Nope.
it apparently should be. No, we have a venue change for one of the races on our 2023 calendar, and it's awesome. It's something people have been asking for years, and we're delivering. So that is your Christmas present from Lemon. Look for it on Wednesday.
I, for one, am very excited.
Yes. I'm excited to see Andrew Pullman at the top of the warm-up leaderboard. That's badass.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes or so to green. Or are we gonna choose a number here?
Yeah, we're at what, 29, 31, 35. There's bots after that. So,
Yeah.
Lady EA 1 through 35.
I will pick.
Not Brian Scrivener, because he's dead.
Not Brian Schindler because he's dead. I will pick 20.
20. All right, so 20 is your winner. Brian Davidson, loyal viewer in the chat, saying 14. So I'm going to call 14 our IOE for this race. There you go.
All right, yeah, that's complete. That works out.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for being here, Brian, by the way.
Yeah,
It was good to
thank
see
you. They should
Brian
definitely
Davidson,
also-
also a loyal Lemon car spotting guy. So,
Yes.
love that. Got some good stuff on Lemon's car spotting recently.
Oh, there's not one, but 2 completely ground to roof themed, like Pittsburgh Steeler themed S10s within like 10 miles of me that I need to get a picture of.
Oh, hey, I have a good segue, by the way, which is how you
Segue.
segue.
Naturally.
That's how
Because you
you
shout out,
segue.
I can do the segue. my mother-in-law and father-in-law were gifted Steelers tickets, and my mother-in-law requested warm hat and gloves for Steelers game because it's in January.
Yes.
But doesn't want a Steelers logo on it. Randy Bish, what kind of logo should I get for my mother-in-law on a hat and gloves?
Oh, wait! You can choose the logo on this
The only request,
paraphernalia?
the only request, and we're going by racer rules lawyering logic, was warm, and that is the entire requirement. So go from there.
All right, if we're going by just warm and with a logo on it, what's a good circular replacement logo?
BMW.
I don't even know what there is out there, so I'm gonna just say scrap the entire glove and hat concept, and just gift them a case of Iron City. You can get some of them without the Steeler logos on them. They're a little harder to find, but you can do it. Just the full case, that'll keep them warm adjacent.
You know, we have a bottle of, oh God, what is this stuff called? I have to look it up. IMEF Super Punch, which I know is a Pittsburgh thing.
I've never heard of this in my life.
Oh man, it's like one bar in Pittsburgh serves this stuff, and it's like bad syrupy, what do you call it? The Jägermeister. It's like bad syrupy Jägermeister, but it's, kind of Italian in the way that Americans claim to be Italian.
Right.
Yeah, it's meant as an aperitif. But anyway, it's awful, and if I could find the logo, I would do that. But yeah, Iron City, got it.
Wow, I found some article about this, and I've never heard of this in my entire life, and I'm almost glad I haven't.
I have a bottle. I've not tasted it. I've been, frankly, completely frightened.
I mean, if you're looking to go drinking for the evening and you want to taste Robitussin, you can just drink Robitussin.
That is true. Maybe I just need to get my mother-in-law robo-tripping before she goes through Steelers.
Yeah. And it cures everything. Fixes broken bones. That's what Chris Rock told us.
Hey, what do we want to do before the Steelers game? I know, pre-game with some Robitussin.
Right.
And some Sprite. Get that purple drink.
Here, Barb, here's a Mike Jones CD to put in the CMP.
Oh, there was an exam that I took at college, and I had the worst cold of my life. And I'm just sitting there pounding a bottle of Robitussin just to get through it, because I need to. And by the end of this exam, it's like 2 or 3 hours, I'm literally sitting sideways in my chair. Like I'm at a 45-degree list.
What happened to James Logston, by the way? That's amazing.
Oh, man. What in the name of Bob the Physics Guy is happening?
So those Toyotas, they're just bouncy like bouncy balls.
Nope. Still no answers. He's been there for like 90 seconds at least.
But he keeps trying to get out of it. Good for him.
How did he... Wait, whoa. How did he get from there to stuck? Amazeballs. Anyway, carry on.
I'm just going through the chat now, and somebody's asking about if a 94 XR7 with a beige Landau top and rims versus a 90-ish Dynasty. I don't think there's any losing here, if I'm entirely honest.
No, I agree, and completely. It depends on the beige over what for the XR7, but not really too deeply. Oh, he yeeted himself.
Oh,
by the way.
Wait, but he yeeted himself like 20 feet in front of where he ended up.
And then he never lifted, followed the Volkswagen playbook.
Indeed. Oh, he can.
And he can move
transport himself through time. He is robo-tripping. Amazing.
Tripping. And then tried to get some help from a friend and ended up vertical eventually. I'm still not really sure how this happened. None of this makes any sense because that was. Oh my god. Well, whatever's happening here. EJ Bird has broken the physics yet again and completely.
Bob is really phoning it in at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, once again, you'll have that on these bigger jobs.
That's right.
Yep. So XR7, beige Landau, any kind of Landau, fantastic. Any kind of XR7, also great. The way to do an XR7, by the way, is not to have a two-car team with a two-tone dynasty, although that's great. It's to find an FC RX7 and then swap drivetrains between them. So you have a two-car RX7, XR7 with an engine swapped across the platforms. At Viola, you have made the greatest two-car team in Lemon's history.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yep.
Don't ask should it be done. Ask can it be done, and the answer is yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of amazing two-car teams possible. You have the Buick Verano, Suzuki Verona two-car team. That one's waiting to be done also. Oh, there's a third car. There was a second shooter.
Yes, the 86 in the grassy knoll.
That's right. Getting yeeted into oblivion.
Yeah.
Back to the left.
All right, the XR7 is sun-faded dark green with a beige Landau. That's incredible.
Oh, man.
You are winning at all the things. Just do that. Yes, and somebody said it's clipping and it's an undocumented feature. Just type IDCLIP. Everything is great.
Oh, it's Clippins. That explains it all.
I was making a Doom reference for the old school folks in the audience. Yes. IDDQD, IDKFA, IDCLIP.
I'm sorry, I was born after Reaganomics.
I was born before Reagan. Oh, Santi going, yeehaw!
I love David Bryan's simple but excellent livery there. It's quality. David always delivers. Again, hats off to Rude the Red. Yes.
Wow.
It's good.
Yeah, that's... All right, that's acceptable.
Yep. Won't you judge my race tonight?
Won't you judge
Bravo,
my-
Brian. David Bryan. Bravo. He said
Wait,
for a
is
lot
that...
of me.
I don't know if it's the eggnog talking, but is that like a really nicely photoshopped Jay Lamb in a beard, or is that actually just Claymation
Shit, I think
Santa?
you're right. I think you're absolutely
I'm done. This
Yeah,
is peaked.
no.
I'll see you all later. This has been great.
Doesn't matter where he finishes. David Bryan has won.
That's what she said.
Yeah, he's one.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Ryan, can you give me the roof one more time? I didn't screenshot it, and I should have.
Oh man, this is amazing.
Oh. There it is. Boom. All right. Thank you. Oh.
All right, checkered flag has
Speechless.
come out.
Totally speechless.
Oh, hold on. I've got a meme for this whole. Let me dig here.
All right. 40 minutes of practice, 80 minutes of pain.
That's right. We're headed into the 80-minute race here. 3 classes.
Yeah, baseline.
Llama Claws, XR7s with Landau tops. Nate Schlavine, the competition director, has dropped into the booth. How you doing, Nate? Well, he'll get here eventually.
Whoa,
Anyway, bigger jobs. Yep.
Bigger
something.
jobs.
Say that, yep.
All right.
Charizard, the whole thing.
Alright. Well, as my rear wing says, Frankie Yankovic says relax.
I still can't get over the fact that we came up with Frankie Yankovic Goes to Hollywood. That has kept me up at night and in the better ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe the highlight of 2.5 years of Lemon's iRacing is Frankie Yankovic Goes to
Hollywood.
Did I tell you about my first Weird Al concert? I can't remember if that's how this came up.
Maybe.
You go on?
But go on, yes.
No. The answer is no. I haven't heard these.
So this was 2001 or so, and my very first concert ever was Weird Al. And one of my very earliest memories being pretty young and seeing these two old biddies fight with a bouncer because they were very upset that they weren't there to see Frankie Yankovic. They paid for Frankie Yankovic and he wasn't there, despite him being dead for 15 years at the time.
Yep.
Oh, wait, he's a real person?
Frankie Yankovic is like
Frankie Yankovic is the Polka King.
He's the Polka King,
okay.
yeah. The real one.
I'm sorry, did you make the greatest joke in Lemon's iRacing history and not get it?
Pretty much.
You know what? That makes it even better.
Yay!
Now it's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. Christmas. Oh, that's me. Hi.
That is the essence of the Lemon's joke, though, right? Not everyone can get it.
Hey, it's Nate.
It's the competition director. How you
Hi, competition director.
It's really not been my night.
Legally changing your name to competition director is the most SCCA move I've seen since, walking in a mall at 9:30 a.m. on a Tuesday.
I'm so horrified.
So is it robot racing or no?
No, there's none of us in there.
Okay.
I mean, we got a whole lot of meat vessels signed up.
Hey,
today.
that's fine. Meat vessels is perfect.
Yeah, but me nor any of the robots were unable to make it.
Aww.
Well,
There's
okay.
There's like a triple negative in there, so I'm not sure what happened, but I'm glad it happened or I'm sorry that it did.
Well, we couldn't do this without Nate.
That's right.
So well done with the format all year long. Everything's been on point. Give yourself a round of applause, competition director Nate.
Clap, 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 clap.
Gotta have a night like this every now and again to balance things out, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, tell me about it. We do 21 races a year. They're not all high fives the whole time.
No, they're not. But they're fine.
But then sometimes you get llama claws and rude. Why don't you judge my race tonight? And it kind of makes it all worth it.
Exactly.
It was so subtly done.
I mean, David Bryan does his homework. I gotta say, he showed up with an NIU Huskies livery pretty early on. Figured out where I went to college, which is at both a little flattering and a little creepy in equal parts.
Next year to see your social security number.
That's the number on the side. Number ending in blank, blank, blank.
Blink, blink, blink. Empire today.
Man, what a way to end the year. This is so good. I'm pumped for this 80-minute race.
80 minutes of meat slap.
Oh man, we're not even halfway through the evening in comparison now, are we?
No, we're not.
I was very unprepared with the eggnog, and now I feel a bit dumb.
I only have one beer left, so the Edmund Fitzgerald might be sunk by the time we get to 10.
Back in the watery grave you go.
Strap a beard to a drone and send it over.
I don't know if you watched, but the whole Al Jones team doing the Edmund Fitzgerald thing, you know how that came about, right?
No, do tell.
It was because we were putting together the potluck for Gingerman.
Ouch.
I was making posters, and one of the ones that I put was just a great big picture of the Edmund Fitzgerald ship, and I called this the Nothing Bad Ever Happens in the Midwest Memorial Potluck.
3 minutes soda
Perfect.
service.
Well, it's a good thing Nate doesn't live within, 10 nautical miles of the home of the most notorious serial killer of the last 35 years. Nothing bad happens in the Midwest.
It's at least 25 miles.
I'm sorry, I forget how far north you live. Yes.
Far enough north to have a 4-acre go-kart track in the backyard.
Guys, we can't be measuring it in these made-up nautical miles. Please, let's use the Midwest distance of choice with Culvers.
Oh, I thought it was beers. I thought you were going right for beers. How many beers away is it?
Well, no, those are the smaller ones. So, like, what is it? 63 beers equals a Culver's. I had an onion on my belt, as was the style at the time.
As was the style.
And bananas were called yellow fatty beans.
Yellow fatty beans.
Oh, I feel like tonight's gone well.
Yeah. Let's
Give me
just hang
5
out.
beans for a quarter, you'd say.
That joke never gets old. Oh, that was... I'm okay. I just dropped my beer. Everything's fine.
That's the last one!
No, don't drop me.
It didn't break. Everything's good. The Edmund Fitzgerald isn't sunk yet.
First spout, still good.
Yeah.
There once was a beer and it fell to the floor, but it came up and everything was fine.
Yeah.
I just saved you guys like 7 minutes. You're welcome.
Yep.
So I got a stream up, and there hasn't been a single word about the race yet, so I don't even know if we're watching the same thing yet. How much time is left on the stream? you guys are
80
watching?
minutes.
Who's to say?
77:22.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 10 seconds in front of me.
Pace car goes in, pace car comes out. Who's to say?
Pace car goes
Can't
in.
explain that.
Pace car goes out. How do the pace car work?
Oh, that's gonna have to go in the meat space theme spreadsheet.
You're gonna need We'll Do It Live somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I just want somebody with the Lemons car with a soundboard. That's all I want. Like you mash the button and you get We'll Do It Live, and that's like blasted out at 120 decibels. So if you could make that happen, that'd be great.
I mean, once you set up the hardware, you're perfect for themes for literally the rest of your life.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, you do the overhead. You literally bolt the keyboard on the ceiling. Where your right hand can reach it. And it doesn't matter what button you press. You just reach up and you mash the keyboard, and something funny comes out of the speaker, and that's all you need.
Tee.
Soundboard go burr.
There you go. There's one.
Oh. Almost
I know you
figured
guys know
that
how to
out.
record audio, clearly. So,
Nice.
But yeah,
Step
do you,
up to the desk.
so I mean, I feel like I've gone through some quality Christmas shopping tips. Do you guys have anything off the cuff to add to how do you guys Christmas shop at the last minute?
I've got a few. Man, when I was younger, I used to literally go. I'd cash my paycheck because that was the thing.
And pow down to pants snap.
Yeah, almost literally that. It would be like, give me a 50, I'm going to Goodwill, and everybody's getting a stupid t-shirt, and I would find the $50 worth of the dumbest t-shirts I could find, and I would give them to people, and it would be like, I remember giving my friend Jeremy a bright purple dolphin t-shirt for Christmas, and it was one of the greatest gifts I ever got because he just opened it and gave me the WTF look for all time, and it was great. I mean, I was also like 19 at the time, so I don't know. Gift giving gets harder as you get older, but I don't know. How about you, Randy? How do you last minute gift shop?
See, if I'm last minute gift shopping, I usually have a list of things, and if I have time for them, I'll throw out the occasional how to teach your cats about gun safety,
Yeah.
or buy them a bus or whatnot. But
Buy them a bus.
yeah, but at the end of the day, my usual go-to is I'll say, it hasn't shown up yet. I'll get it to you when it gets here, and then I don't talk about it for a year.
Quality move, gotta say.
See, this is what they call a pro gamer move.
That's right. That's strats.
Man, I just trying to get my friends antiquated gaming technology, like the power pad from Nintendo. Or
The Power Glove.
The Power Glove from Nintendo. What was the one where it was like the pad you could run on for the track and field game though? That never worked right. So people
Was it the power
they would just
pad?
kneel over it and beat on it with their hands, like it was the end of Apocalypse Now or something.
This is the end.
Maybe that's
My
too deep of a
beautiful
pool. Sorry about that.
pad.
There were a lot of
Too deep-
failed
too deep.
technologies in the early 90s. I feel like cocaine had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit Charlie Murphy. Alright, time to fix my car and then... Whoa! Slow down, I want to get like another
I mean,
double
I
hot
do
one.
do a lot of the deep Amazon polls of what can I get here within the next 2 days. And it's just literally random searches. And yeah, man, you can find some weird shit to give to people.
I haven't told you guys, I may have had my finest hour in the last few weeks.
Wow, that's a very high bar.
I am aware, but God damn, am I really proud of this one. So I've got a friend. He's in the local motorsports scene. His name is Chip, and poor Chip. About a year ago, he received this great big box on his doorstep, and it was titled to a guy named Chubb, but with his it was an offshoot of his name, but he opens up this great big box, and it's 2 stainless steel commercial sinks. And he has no idea how they showed up there. He has no idea who sent them. He contacted the vendor that they came from. They have no idea what happened. And over the last year, every few months, he'd get sinks, or he'll get industrial water filters, things that are stupid bulky and make 0 sense. And he has no idea who is doing this. So
Someone's throwing a lot of money down the drain.
Oh, they really are, but it is delightful. So, to expand upon this, I went, you know what? I know how I can improve upon this. Somebody has ignited the torch. The least I can do is carry it.
Right.
I put together a Secret Santa program in the local autocrosser degenerate group. And I'm like, hey guys, send me your addresses, and I'll put the Secret Santa. And the idea was that everybody sends literally the dumbest sub $10 thing they can find on Amazon. And wouldn't you know it, unbeknownst to everyone that signed up, they were all sending things to our friend Chubb. So one day, Chubb goes down to his mailroom at his apartment complex, and he's got like 30 packages of the dumbest things imaginable.
Wow.
So he's incredibly confused right now. Everybody else is caught on, and they're all taking it quite well. And the only wrinkle that I wasn't expecting was Chubb himself signed up for the Secret Santa. I'm like, damn it, I can't give him himself. Right. So I give him the name and address of one of our local motorsports older fellows who has 0 idea of anything that is going on. So said local motorsports fellow just opened up a box on his doorstep one day and wondered why he got what I can only assume was a can of mackerel.
You are chaotic
in chat for
neutrals.
Santiago, but carry on. That's incredible.
Yeah, so this this has been possibly one of my finer moments.
That's
The planning that goes into some of these schemes, my man.
well done, Randy. You're a sick man. I appreciate that.
So he thought he got his stupid... To make it a little better, he thought he got his stupid gift a few days early whenever he opened up a box and it had a $6 Prime eligible webcam. But what he didn't realize was I sent that early so he could stream opening every present in glorious 480 potato.
480 potato, yum. Mashed potato camera.
When my time on this ethereal plane is over, please study my brain and then throw it away.
Okay.
Hey, that was a burning bell car. I know the story behind that.
Oh, what's the story of the burning bell?
Do we know how many people are watching right now? Because this is an actual story. Well, you know what? No. The statute of limitations has passed, so this story's fair game now.
Okay.
I'm sorry I made myself laugh with the pickle dale.
Pickle Dale.
Oh man, I made like a quarter of the paints in there. Okay, but yeah, the burning bell thing was. Well, you know what? No, I'm going to keep this as a meat space theme. I'm sorry to tease you guys, but there is just literally no way to explain this one over the internet.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, but there's Prongle.
there's Prongle.
Prongle. It's like chips.
How? You know what? That's their exact tagline too. Prongles. They're like chips. How does this get better every time?
I don't know. It's so good though. We accidentally created something amazing, and it couldn't be better.
We've created a monster because nobody wants to see Meat Space no more. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver.
Yeah.
What does Eric Hesser have going on?
Oh, so
there?
Steph Schrader bringing up Burning Bell, and Steph, that is a better joke than you could possibly know, and I love you dearly for it.
Good shit.
This seems like a theme that I would need my 4-year-old nephew to explain to me.
Yeah. I sent this, by the way. I sent the roof to Jay in a text, and his response was just when he thought it couldn't get any more terrifying. So there
You know what?
you go.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the best rude-based pun since Fiddler on the Rude.
Fiddler on the Rood was
Yeah.
excellent. So,
Ravishing
man
Eric.
alive. Ravishing Rick Rude was my brother's nickname
Oh.
in the Marine Corps. Yeah.
I was gonna
Did
say
he
your
do
brother was a
the
wrestler.
Did he do this?
Yeah.
The hip dance?
It was one of those deals where the drill sergeant, they get the one piece of information that they just ridicule you for constantly.
Uh-huh.
So they got his last name, and then he became Ravishing Rick Rude for 4 years in the Marine Corps.
Semper Fi, baby. My dad was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, we need more Mothman in the suggested products. I don't know what that entails, but
Oh, okay. So this popped up. This is one of my further Christmas suggestions. If you don't have $10 for How to Teach Your Cats About Gun Safety book, and if you don't have $3,500 for a retired city bus, if you're really Christmas balling on a budget, and if you have 2 dads that were born and died in the same year, there's a set of matching urns being given away that could be yours.
For if the price is right.
I mean, so many questions. So many questions.
So little
Is,
time.
is there an urn? Is there an urn scratch and dent section? Like, what are we looking at here?
I mean,
I thought you say scratch and sniff.
I think it would be perfect to fill one with sugar and one with salt, and just use them to just scoop things into tea.
Yeah.
Yum.
No, I'm with you completely. That is the salt and pepper shaker at the table, but it's gigantic and there are scoops in it.
Yep.
Oh man, I remember in a high school musical, we had a high school musical director that can only be described as fanatic and to begin with. And before opening night, she bought a prop at a local thrift store that was an urn. And right before curtains, she realized that the urn still had stuff in it.
Stuff in it.
Oh no!
So she is frantically shoveling this urn material into like water glasses and stuff just to get it out of the urn to make it usable for like 8 minutes from then.
That's a finger. That's a finger. That's definitely a finger.
That's a finger.
There are two things that the Midwest takes incredibly seriously. One of them, our local rock legends unknown 60 miles from this point. The second thing is high school musicals.
Yep. Damn, Ryan, that shot is amazing.
It doesn't even faze me anymore because Ryan's work is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's a badass, baby.
Damn. That was like the truck shot, with the crane. It's moving while the cars are going through the corner. That was badass.
See, Steph has just posted an emoji with just wide eyes, and I genuinely don't know what part of the conversation that went to.
It could have been anything. It could have been the finger in the urn.
Yeah,
it could have been
finger in
the two dad urns.
My two dads. 80s show.
I mean, has anybody done a Dale Earnhardt theme? Because I feel like that's right there.
Oh man.
That's playing with fire, baby.
Okay, now if you really, really want to sell two Earnhardt's theme, every time you go out and track, you have to leave your Hans device behind.
Oh no.
Racing is secondary to running gags. Yes, your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Well, let's just say that will play very well at Sandals Birmingham.
Oh, now there's a between two urns joke.
Oh, no. Alright, going off-road.
All right, you ready for this crossover?
Sure.
The last person Dale Earnhardt ever met was Frankie Munoz.
Oh, yeah.
Like, from Disney Channel original movie fame?
From Malcolm in the Middle fame.
And that too, yeah.
Wow. That's
Frankie Munoz also won the
Toyota Celebrity Race.
Yes, the Toyota Celebrity Race at Long Beach.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That race is an amazing wiki hole. I have just stumbled upon the amazing chaos that what that race was.
Like 2001?
2001, yeah.
Something like that?
The race started in 1978.
Right.
Till 2016.
Uh-huh.
And the field is half celebrities and half pro drivers.
That's right.
And everybody gets a bone stock Toyota Celica.
Yep.
And if you're not a pro driver, you get a 30-second head start.
Nice.
Just madness. Pro drivers would always catch the celebrities around the last lap and just fly through them.
Thank you for the follow, dudes. Castro Nevis. On the subject of the Toyota Celebrity Pro-Am race, we have had a early 1980s Pro-Am Celica race in Lemons. An actual car, like one of the real cars. Don't remember whose it was, but it's incredible. They're cool looking cars. And the whole deal, kind of sweet, frankly.
Incredible. I'm really disappointed it's no longer going on.
Yeah, they did the GR86s with that.
Yeah, it was
briefly.
It was the FRS. Yeah.
Yes, and the Scion TC before that, between the Celica and the GR.
Yep. So the best part of all that is that they were knockoffs. Do you know about the knockoffs?
Oh, no.
do go on.
So Chrysler tried to do knockoffs for a couple years. So there were Dodge Daytona turbos that were done. There was a guy, I don't know if you know the name Lane Schranz. You may or may not, depending on how deeply steeped in NBC you are. But he runs a NASCAR chassis up Pikes Peak here with a huge wing on it and a motor that makes 1,000 horsepower. It's his deal. But he also got his hands on 2 of these Celebrity Pro-Am Dodge Daytona Toyota Celebrity knockoff cars. One of them is Ricky Schroeder.
Oh, nice.
Child star Ricky Schroeder. The other one is Don fucking Dokken from Dokken fame.
G-Warriors!
The Don Dokken Dodge Daytona is my favorite literary shtick I can imagine.
Quadruple D,
Yeah.
Quad D is also what they called me in college when I danced for money, but we'll go on.
I believe they call that a G. Anyway, moving on. So there was also a neon challenge when there was.
Yeah,
it was part of the Belle Isle thing that they did for a couple of years. But
Oh, yeah.
the best bootleg one they ever did was there was a Trans Am race in the mid '90s in Des Moines, in downtown Des Moines, and there was a Celebrity Pro-Am challenge using, take a guess at the car they chose to use in Des Moines, Iowa in like 1991.
It strikes me as like a Chrysler K car type thing, but
I was
that
going to say
can't possibly be
LeBaron.
right.
Shadow?
No. Anybody in the comments? All right, I've seen one of them for sale recently. It is a Geostorm.
Yes, of course.
So good. Yeah, there was a Geostorm, and all I know is it was like Tony Dorsett, former Dallas Cowboys legend, some other like sports guy, and then like the local ABC News meteorologist was in it too. It was like they got like 4 people to show up, and they're like, who else do we know on our station? But yeah, I saw one. There was one for sale. Yeah, it's Geostorm right there.
Geostorm.
It's the GSI or whatever the top level trim is.
Right. Hilariously had a massive 4-bolt throttle body that was a popular swap onto other 4 cylinders of the time.
In reality, kind of in the same way that we talked about Suzuki's, like kind of a great car in its own way. Yeah. Just never really caught on because where the hell would you buy one?
So, before we move too far away from the locally famous meteorologists, for y'all out there who would be coming to pit racing, by that I mean pretty specifically Al Jones, but anyone else that this applies to, if you bring a Joe DiNardo WTAE themed car to pit race, I personally will bring you a case of Iron City. Joe DiNardo, of course, being our local Pittsburgh weatherman. I call him our local Pittsburgh weatherman despite the fact that he retired in 2000? So, yeah, while we hold on to our rock stars around here, we also hold on to our meteorologists. So, make it happen, Al.
I like that you're calling out one specific person to do the thing.
I mean, if I can't extol my stupid ideas upon others, what is the point?
Welcome to my life.
It's chaos in Chicago.
My entire life is predicated on getting people to do stupid things. I found one picture of the Celebrity Pro-Am Geostorm.
Oh, nice.
There might be a second one. All of the links are dead. You'll probably be shocked to find out.
It's pre-internet.
How is all of this documented on
Oh,
Geostorm?
yes. Look at that.
Look at it. I don't know if you can see it. The windshield banner says Storm in 8 billion point type.
And you got those 1992 headlight blackout covers on.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
It's money.
Make it a Camaro, but make it import.
I mean, find one of those and pick a celebrity. It doesn't matter if it's authentic. Nobody cares.
The Long Beach Challenge definitely struggled for celebrities for a while. And
Right.
one of the shticks they had during the slow years was throwing a announcer in the car, much like we do every week.
Hi, how you doing?
Didn't Alfonso Ribeiro win one of those?
No, he won several of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
he's
all right.
dominant.
Yeah.
He cleaned the frick up.
Yeah.
After he won the celebrity thing like twice, they changed the rules to say that any former celebrity winners were now pros and had
That's
to start with a 30-second head start.
Yeah, I remember watching one, and it was like the announcers. I don't know how much racing anybody here has actually watched. I assume if you're watching this, probably none.
Nobody's watching this.
But you know, like if you've ever watched enough racing, like there comes a point where it's clear somebody's absolutely crushing the race in a way that is never going to be reconciled, and the announcers have to like attempt to be excited about a thing.
Yes.
That happened every time Alfonso Ribeiro raced one of those races. Like he would just rip away from the field of celebrities, and you know he's 2 seconds a lap faster or slower than the celebrities, and it's like a 9-lap race, you know. So he's going to win by 10 seconds, and it's pretty obvious. And it's just like, oh, well, maybe they'll catch him. They are closing in on him, and you know, they're half a lap.
Maybe
behind him.
they're catch.
Stop! He's already dead.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Really doing the Carlton.
Yeah, classic. I'm glad to know that I remembered that correctly, actually. It's on his Wikipedia page, actually.
I mean, if you did something like that, would that not be on your Wikipedia page?
I got Christmas.
So he won in
no.
94, 95, and 2016.
The
So
last
he
one.
Came back
Yes.
in the last one. Oh, man. Whoa.
No.
All right, so I'm on his Wikipedia page, and Ribeiro competed in several editions of the race, earning the overall win in 2015 and celebrity class wins in 94, 95, and 16. He also worked as a radio spotter for kart racer Brian Herda and performed the national anthem at kart and IndyCar Series. Please, somebody find that video, because that's gotta be great.
Oh, you know it only exists in like half of a grainy VHS tape that's been vaguely recorded over a wedding ceremony.
Yeah, over some SCCA racer's own wedding ceremony.
Which was also over an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Well, eventually, yes. It picks up 7 minutes in after the establishing plot line has been made.
Some other little nuggets. Eddie Van Halen was the only driver to ever be booted after a session of driving while intoxicated.
What?
Fantastic.
Yo.
Lil
Eddie.
Kim had never driven a race car before. In fact, never driven a car, period, before she was trained for the event.
Well, you know, she lives
my
in New York.
God.
Makes sense.
Well, they gave him like coaching, right? Like, so like
There's
you
like
know, that
a furious 2 weeks of coaching before you were allowed to get into this.
Too
yeah,
fast,
this
too
is
furious
like
coaching.
Andy Lally and like Ryan Eversley being paid like extra to sit
Yeah.
to right seat with Lil Kim and just like having
Yeah.
anxiety the whole time, like, you know, like, ooh, this is not how I expected to come
And-
brushes with death, you know.
And
like,
those are manual cars, right? They weren't automatics.
They were manuals.
yeah, correct. I think
Shatner-
they found automatics for some people.
Shatner averaged an engine a session.
Oh. Blew up everything. Just like the Enterprise.
Woody Harrelson rolled his car.
Oops.
Perfect.
Oh, this is fantastic.
The most serious injury ever recorded in the series was when wrestler Goldberg snapped the gear shift off and then beat his hand on the roof in frustration, breaking a bone in his wrist.
Ow, Goldberg, yo.
Oh man!
There we go! Yes!
If that look was a feeling, that's my entire time in Meat Space Lemons.
Yeah.
Oh, what a feeling. So, Yoda.
You and at least 700 other people per year. Yes.
This is the look I have on my face when John Pagel tells me that canvas is not a structural material.
Fair. Ryan,
Or
our producer, Ryan Bauer, crushing it with the Google searching there.
Oh, phenomenal job.
Thank you for those tidbits, Nate. That's incredible. If you can find anything about the 80s Dodge Daytona series, I'll be massively impressed.
One more. Your 1987 winner was a 17-year-old Jason Bateman.
Oh, hey.
I think I knew that, yeah.
What
I
show
could
was
see
he
that.
on?
Baby Michael Bluth, Arrested Development.
You're going to get hop-ons.
Definitely going to get hop-ons in your Celica.
And Hot Box.
Oh, man, 87 Celicas. God, there must have been like... It was like add 5 years right there where they went from the rear-wheel drive to the
Front-wheel
very
drive.
not exciting front-wheel drive.
Yeah, the ugly Batmobile one.
Were they
Yeah.
like briefly available at the same time, both chassis?
I think that was the
87 would have been the
Corolla.
crossover, I think.
Yeah, just in case you weren't confused enough.
Yep. Oh,
There we
man.
go. Baby Michael Bluth. Perfect.
There's always money in the
Just-
Toyota Celica.
Just amazing.
There's always money in the jack stand.
That's it.
Hey,
There
That's
we
even
go.
better.
jack stands don't know him.
There's a deal joke.
Yeah, there's a joke for about 6 people watching.
Wow, real boobs.
Yeah.
Real fake boobs.
So I had to look up where Jason was at this point in his career because
I was going to say, what had he been
Yeah.
in?
So like he was on 2 seasons of Little House on the Prairie, like 7 and 8, and then guested in some other sitcom, and then they somebody gave him his own sitcom, and he had like 2 seasons of that right when this came out.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either. But then I was looking up about a sitcom. I'll find the name here in a second. But one of the one episode summary I read was that he had to scramble a band for an event and couldn't find anybody. So he rigged something up with skeletons from the morgue and a fog machine and some strings.
That's
And
like Spinal Tap.
right? And this thing started taking off, and he had to somehow juggle his school schedule and managing this band without getting found out. And I was like, I'm gonna watch that. That sounds amazing.
That does sound great.
This is a strange episode of Little House on the Prairie, but I'll accept it.
Yeah. Michael Landon don't know what to do about this.
It's Your Move.
That's the name of the show?
That is the name of the show.
All right. Well, I know what I'm going to be watching the next time I eat a edible and
Oh, hey!
Grandma's edible undies.
Nope,
Please,
not where I was going.
please never remind me of that again.
Big gritty knives.
Oh man,
Oh, wow.
all the deep pulls from way back when.
Last month.
Yep. I
No,
mean,
no. The,
Sure.
the Big Titty Fight song was, what, June?
I think so, but we referenced it like ever since. Like last month, I was like big nitty fights, big nitty.
Yeah, that's right. You had Big Nitty Fights last time. That was
Because
pretty
Goth
good.
Grandma and
I
Skinny
don't
Peppy.
remember what we were talking about in June, but I definitely knew dudes who recorded a song called Big Titty Fights. I don't know if that was what it was.
Yeah, I think that's how it came to be.
Yeah.
But also, big titty goth grandma is something that I therapied away in a month, and I would like a refund now. Thank you.
Yeah, there's no going back from that. Sorry.
Oh, I'm being reminded tonight that I went through my eggnog way too quickly, and third shelf down whiskey is not that great.
As it turns out, my last Edmund Fitzgerald, we're almost at the halfway point. So
Halfway to the
I mean,
wilderness.
if you hurry up, you could devour grandma's edible undies.
Edible
and,
grandma?
Wow, well, you know what? I'm not gonna go there.
yeah, I mean we've been there, and it doesn't mean
We keep dancing around edible grandma, but nobody takes the plunge. Gotta.
Someone's gotta eat the Oreo cookie, dip it in milk and battery acid.
You know what? If you're watching this, I hope Christmas is properly ruined at this point, because otherwise,
That's right.
yeah, this is the part where Mental comes in and doesn't add. There's a sponsor rundown.
Oh yeah. Man.
Oh,
let me down this beer, and I'll work on it.
I'll workshop it.
Oh, if that's not
Lemons
the
iRacing
slogan.
is brought to you by eBay Motors. You can find anything you want on eBay Motors.
That's
from
right.
a supercharger from a 1994 Buick Park Avenue Ultra
Yes.
to a Firebird graphic for your 1979 Volkswagen Rabbit. You can find it on eBay Motors. You can also find Yokohama tires on Tire Rack and in other places.
That's
when
right.
you race on Yokohama tires in Meat Space Lemons, you earn the chance to win a free set of Yokohama tires with the Road Mangler Cup. Of course, all of this that you're seeing here is brought to you by Top Flight Computers, and they are really cool. Nope, losing momentum. Not gonna happen. All right, well, there we are.
Really
Those are all my
cool.
reads.
Top Flight Computers is really cool. ARD as well. ARD, they're a great sponsor. They're also a wonderful program in the state of Pennsylvania in case you screw up and get a possible felony. But the sponsor is potentially cooler. So we do love ARD. We've gone over ARD, we've gone over eBay. Faith Insurance Agency. If you get caught stealing a baby Jesus and have to use your ARD, Faith Insurance Agency, they might not be able to help you, but they'd probably go, oh, dang, that kind of sucks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah.
You get it.
And life will eat you, so make sure you protect your life, your auto, and your baby Jesus with faithinsuranceagency.com. If you live in St. Louis.
You know what? Should that be a Christmas tradition that we retell the finding of Jesus story?
Oh, we should
Probably
do that.
not. I think that's probably not a good idea. Anyway, let's move. Let's
Oh
move
my
on.
God, that's
Validly.
so
Hey, you
fabulous.
guys know that there's a race going on and that we are currently 1 minute away from the halfway point, which
Sorry,
means
there's a
everyone's
what?
coming in for fuel soon.
Halfway there.
Yes.
Whoa, God. I got a Christmas sweater. Right?
Well,
Christmas
I
And
mean,
sweater.
this is
also,
a-
Tony Soler is in the lead, and he's been in the league for like 8 hours.
Nice.
Good job, Tony. We knew you had it in you.
Who's 20th?
20th is JP Murray with the Birds.
Oh, hey!
Spectacular.
a unofficial member of Priority Fail Racing.
Yeah. I have seen him on El Priority Fail.
On
he's been
and
here.
off
He's
track.
been near Pile, hasn't he?
On and off track.
Yep.
The leader is spinning now. I'm going to try to stay out.
Man,
I'm not going to catch
So
him
good.
like halfway around the track.
who's in 14th? Because that's our index of fluency.
Oh, yeah.
Frederick Toto from France.
Hey.
Christ, what must be 4 in the morning? Good Lord.
Oh, 5 laps left to fuel. I have to pit soon. Well, I may as well pit this time.
Absolutely fantastic.
That is spectacular. Well done, by the way, Nate. We have you on air. Tell me how you come up with these amazing concepts
Yeah.
for stupid races.
There's a lot of drinking and repeated head injuries involved.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah. All right. Good. I'm
Mix
glad to
in
have
a
that
dash
confirmed.
of mix in a dash of pilfering from other series, and you've got the magical combination that is lemons.
I mean, it's all a matter of theft and intoxication that really drives the Lemons, steam engine. Let's call it a steam engine because it's inefficient and stupid and dangerous.
The last secret ingredient, my extra special pinch of special sauce that I add myself personally, is pouring through the iRacing release notes and just trying to think of what sounds like it's going to break.
Yeah. Well, you're an engineer by trade, are you not?
Trying to break things, yes.
Yeah. So that makes sense. It's like, well, here are the system tolerances as far as I know.
We'll just run them right up against those.
That's right, yeah. I mean, well, it's highly entertaining in every form.
Except when you get locked out with 35 of your bots, but,
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have that on these bigger jobs.
You'll have that.
I mean, this entire thing is just it's amazing because it's just a combination phenomenal and terrible idea, much like the Stilettos Gentlemen Club in New Brighton, Pennsylvania. really the same level, as if we're honest.
Yeah.
Except Lemons iRacing does not give you chlamydia, asterisk maybe.
Oh.
So, true story. The first time I ever walked into a liquor store in Pennsylvania, Randy Bish was standing at the counter.
No way! Celebrity sighting.
Oh, where? Fuck, I vaguely remember this. Where was this? Do you remember?
I mean, the nearest liquor store to Pit Race, but other than that, no.
Man. Yeah, I have a vague memory of it, but yeah, that sounds about accurate.
I have a similar story.
Oh, when did you meet Randy Bish?
We were, God, what is the beer barn? Help me out here, Randy. Near Beaver.
It's the, RJ's Party Supply.
No, that's not it. Maybe it is RJ's. I don't think that's right.
Are we
anyway?
We got a new leader.
Popcorn the size of a toddler.
Yes, that's.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's RJ's.
All right. Well, anyway, we were in there because we were going to dinner in Beaver, PA, which is down the street from Wampum, where Randy lives, and we were going to meet Randy for dinner and just hang out, have dinner and drinks, and my wife's best friend was with us, and she's like, I think Amanda found your friend Randy in the liquor store. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. And I walk around the corner and there, sure as shit, is Randy and Lauren with a ridiculous amount of beer stacked around them. And I was like,
as is tradition.
I don't know what I expected, but that's it. So,
yeah, that's you know what, this checks out.
Yeah. That liquor store is incredible, by the way.
Oh, it really
it's actually
is.
A beer store. It's not a liquor store because Pennsylvania's weird and you can't sell both. Is that right?
Oh yeah, you can only buy hard liquor from the state of Pennsylvania because Quaker runs deep.
Yeah.
That's right. Quaker Oats.
But yeah, it looks. You walk in this place and it looks like a beer warehouse, and it turns out it's just a store. But it looks super like, boy, I think I'm in the wrong place, and there should be trucks leaving here full of beer.
I mean, a little A, a little B.
Yeah.
So when we had our wedding, a couple minutes away from there, and we made probably 5 or 6 runs to that place, including one run where my little brother, because they not only do they have beer, they have just general party supplies. One run where my little brother went up with a shopping cart and just comedically shoveled every sterno fuel heater that they had into a shopping cart. Well, my man spent like $200 on sternos just to keep the food warm.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
That's right.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
We were close. It's JR's Beer Warehouse in Rochester, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, see, exactly.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Always have good Penn Pilsner and Penn Dark in ridiculous quantities.
Oh, I should pop down there and see if they have any Mad Elf. I'm trying to find Mad Elf this late in the season, and it's not going well as expected. But man, that is one of my favorite beer, or one of my favorite Christmas themed beers. Does it taste like Robitussin? Sure. Is that part of the allure? Also sure.
Also sure, yeah.
Also sure.
At the tail end, by the way, of the fueling stops here in the race, and that's about all I'm going to say about it. Other than there's my face on David Ryan's car.
Just amazing.
Can't make that shit up.
So our leader mustn't have pitted yet, eh?
I don't know. I haven't been paying any attention, but
Kevin did pit.
aha! So he had a good in or out lap. And
Maybe he's just the only 86 that hasn't rolled.
That's right. Like a bouncy rubber ball.
Oh, they got a hot battle here, eh?
Eh?
Oh, you're darn tootin'.
Oh, don't you know?
Do you have time machines there? Tell me you have time machines there. Is that still a thing?
Oh yeah.
I'd have to find one, but take your money anywhere.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Take your money anywhere. I sure do.
Take
Is,
your
is that what it stands for? I didn't know that.
TYME, yes!
Oh my god, that's amazing! I had no idea. Oh,
Mind blown.
absolutely, 100%. My good friend Steve, his sister lived in Milwaukee for ages, and he needed an ATM, and he went in a gas station. He asked where an ATM was, and the dude was just nonplussed completely. This is like 20 years ago, just for reference. Things change. But in any case, he called his sister and was like, "Where can I find an ATM?" She's like, "Oh yeah, about that. You need to ask the locals where the time machine is around there, or else they won't tell you where the ATM is." And he's like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, you need to ask where the time machine is."
The time
And so he
machine
went
and
back.
the bubbler.
Yeah, he went back. He's like, "Can you tell me where the time machine is?" And oh, it's just a block away. You just go down there, whatever. But all the ATMs were apparently take your money anywhere, which is not how you spell anywhere. But it's
Everywhere,
okay.
everywhere. I'm
Everywhere,
going.
everywhere. Okay, all right. Take your money everywhere. You just blew my mind, Nate Schleby. But yeah, you used to, for a short period of time, no pun intended, you had to ask where the time machine was around Milwaukee, or else you would not know where the automated teller machine was. This message brought to you by Music Television.
So
That kid is what we call a throwback.
I just had a little.
There's a time machine. Yes.
My
That's
my
a DeLorean.
brain interprets ATM as automated time machine.
Which perfect. That's amazing.
Oh, somebody really needs to make a meat space car in these colors, but just tick based, and just call it a lime machine.
Oh.
Well, I
Lyme
appreciate
disease
that
machine.
the previous one, if you can go back, Ryan, I don't know, the tagline on it was absolutely beautiful. Time is money. Oh, so good. That's so good. Oh, beautiful. 10 out of 10. Make your theme a 1980s Trans Am race car with a time machine theme.
There you go. Brought to you by Time. Take your money everywhere. Oh, into the tones. Okay. Woo.
Oh man, that is the sad corner store too. That's A+. The Midwest doesn't have bodegas, but that is what that is. They don't call them bodegas.
Right.
Ah, that's a beautiful thing. Half an hour left. Carl
Yay.
Edward sitting here in fourth. Kevin Mobes 3.5 seconds up in the lead. Andrew Pullman 6.5 seconds back with Ted Grinch looking good. 20th place. You know, I lost. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Look at this
matters.
time machine.
Look at this photograph. It's a time machine.
1986, I'll say. Probably about right. Prove me wrong. 7 people watching.
Seven people watching us go get to the chiropractor. Because these bumps are killing our back.
No, got a question for you. When will the golf be back?
Oh my goodness.
I know you've been working on amazing carts that are super cool. Maybe we should talk about that first.
I can sum the golf story up pretty quick. Just past the 1-year anniversary of the day it went from 36 degrees to 8 degrees overnight, and I froze the engine block freaking solid because I still had race water in it instead of coolant.
Oopsie doo.
Engine is broken. I pretty much pushed it in the corner and haven't looked at it. It's been a year, but I bought 2 engines off Marketplace and just kind of need to rub them all together at some point.
Fair enough.
Rub them together, make quarters.
Well, I look forward to seeing the golf back. I've enjoyed seeing you race with Bad Decisions in their piles and a few other places glommed onto rides, one of the consortium and whatever else you've been able to find. Always good to see you, mate.
It is fun driving fast cars slow, but the golf needs to make a return at some point.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So tell me about the carts you've been building.
Yeah, so I discovered cycle carts sometime in the last couple of years, and just kind of the perfect amount of terror for my property. 3 acres is not really enough to slide a car around in. I mean, you can, but, you know, it's a little tight. But carts, it's perfect. And these things, there's 3 rules. They have to use a 212cc Honda or Harbor Freight Predator engine.
Predator.
Yep. You have to use 4 17-inch Honda Cub wheels. There we go. There's a Steve Vinson cycle cart. So 4 17-inch Honda Cub wheels at all 4 corners, a 212cc Predator, and the final rule is you have to make it yourself and make it look good. It should mimic a 1900 to 1940 race car in
pre-war stuff. Yeah,
half to 2/3 scale, something like that.
Yeah. I was probably 4 or 5 years into racing until I started really reading about and discovering how cool pre-war race cars are as far as like design.
Oh, it's so simple, so right to the point, so sketchy.
So it's the whole, you take a really basic concept and you do like the most elegant form of engineering around this basic idea, and it's so cool that there's no modern analog to it. Like, it just is of its time in a way that's so cool.
Yeah, we've had 3 drivers decapitated by drive chains. We ought to move that drive chain inside the chassis.
Yeah, see?
I like how you started with 1920s broadcaster and ended with Skeletor.
Yeah.
I only have 1 accent. They all go to the same place.
All roads lead to Skeletor.
1929, Nate Levine, driving a cycle car, has had his face ripped off by a chain.
2 chains.
By 2 chains.
Yeah. Next up on the Papio Daniels Sunday Radio Hour, the new single by 2 Chainz.
Rip
All
your
right, that's
face
it.
off.
Randy and I need a 10-minute podcast where we only speak in 1920s newsy speak. I think that's where we're
News in that.
Oh, I'm 1,000 now. Now I'm 10,000% down.
at. And Nate just threw the name right in. So, I mean, here we are. Oh, so good. It's so good.
Yes. Honestly, tiny little packets of the most fun you can have on 4 wheels.
Yeah, that's really good. We need to figure out how to make that a lemon support race.
So I stepped away for a second to grab hibachi leftovers, and I come back to this. Nate, is this what the track in your backyard is for?
You're damn straight. It's tons of fun in the snow.
Oh, you are a beautiful American, and I am proud to know you, sir.
It's a little strange having a primary goal of my life building things to drive around in circles in my backyard, but it's all right.
Dude, if some people are out there taking diet meth and prescription pills so they can look at spreadsheets faster, that's not a weird goal.
Yeah. Diet meth. Made by Walter White during his stay at the Amish community.
There it is. We are, what, half an hour or so from the end of the race before our first mention. Yeah, before our first mention.
Oh,
of
broadcaster in the wall.
Yep.
Well, you'll
Yes.
have that.
I didn't want to kill our French guy, so I wound up killing me. And I have a meatball. Okay.
So, speaking of Breaking Bad,
Go ahead.
I
Yeah.
saw a bust of red meth like in Arizona this week.
I'm sorry, did you say a bus or a bust?
Does it matter?
It's a bus full of meth.
Not really. I guess you're right.
Somebody pulled a Breaking Bad and made meth with color in it. It's red instead of blue, but
Ah, pretty.
or maybe it's the chili pepper. I don't know.
Chili pepper meth. Yum.
Chili pea.
Chili pea.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of that band, Meth Hot Chili Peppers.
Under the bridge downtown is where I smoke some meth.
I'm sure there's a copyright-based injunction being slapped on us as we speak. No regrets.
No regrets. I just gotta keep the scene straight until I get to the pits to fix my damage. Because even though the meatball dinner was delicious, I still have to fix the tire.
You know what? I feel like the sentence "I need to stay straight until I can get to the pits to cover the damage" is really too deep a psychological sentence for us to cover, even in this series. But I applaud you for the courage to do so.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, we are breaking new ground in 2022.
New ground and new trout. A new trout.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah. Fish for trout.
Oh man, that needs to be a Lemons Rally stop. We need to go to Pima Tuning, which otherwise is known as the tiny place in Pennsylvania that has a reservoir so full of carp that they walk on each other.
Oh. Walking fish.
I mean,
a walking taco.
I mean, it's literally. First of all, that is my mother, and you will refer to her as her regular name. Secondly, it's a reservoir of carp that literally walks on each other. There's no water involved. It's just a 8 million metric ton pile of carp. But anyway, as you were.
As I was, yes. Well, I'm back out with fresh tires and fresh fuel and fresh tacos from the Taco Bell.
Guys, I just spent the last 2 minutes laughing hysterically.
Well, I'm here with some extra breaking news. If you plow through half a fifth of whiskey and an entire fifth of eggnog, cold leftover hibachi is almost literally life-changing. Do with this information what you will.
All right, 10
Scribbling
X away
notes
from
furiously.
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
So
20 minutes left.
there was
20 minutes.
an NFL game today that ended in the most hilarious way possible.
How
You
did
go
it-
on.
Patriots Raiders tied at 24.
Oh.
Like 1 second left in the game. The Patriots hand the ball off to just run the clock out
Yes.
and start getting cute, pitching the ball back and forth as they're getting tackled, starting to make it into a desperation play. Somebody throws a pass like halfway across the field right into the arms of a Raiders linebacker. The Raiders linebacker catches the ball, and Mac Jones, the Patriots quarterback, is 3 feet away from him.
Oh, man.
He punches Mac Jones in the face and runs in for the game-winning touchdown.
Oh, God, I need to see that Sports Center when we're done here.
Just mind blown by this Facebook highlight.
There's a lot of sports ball going on, and I don't know how to take it.
I feel really bad for Boston. That's a lie. I've never felt bad for Boston.
It's more than a feeling, more than a feeling.
You know what? The best thing from Boston ever was the band Boston.
Yeah.
And even MIT was like, nah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, and really just Tom Schultz from Boston, because screw
Yeah.
the rest of the band.
And then there's also Aerosmith.
No, don't
No?
care.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to care about Aerosmith asterisk except for Crying by Aerosmith, which is a pretty decent song, but also the Armageddon soundtrack. And Armageddon only makes it because it is so terrible a movie that it is good.
You're like Independence Day.
With asteroids.
You know, damn, there are some similarities that in retrospect should have been more clear.
Featuring Bill Paxton.
Oh my god.
He's gonna hunt asteroids with a Dodge Ram.
Okay, if there was any more advertising money that went into really either movie, yeah, a Dodge Ram would have blown up the asteroid.
It's the only way. We have to send an SRT to blow it up.
Kaboom. Oh, Jason Scarborough. Yeah, I know I cut the course.
Dateline 1999. The only way to destroy the asteroid is to launch a Dodge Ram at it.
Bill Paxton.
This just in, President Bill Paxton has said the only way to blow up the asteroid and save humanity is to send the SRT Dodge and...
Shit, I missed Bill Pullman.
Oh, Captain Crunch crunched.
The only way to save humanity is to send the SRT Dodge Intrepid to blow up the asteroid.
Oh, Ryan is on it in every possible way.
Absolutely amazing.
So good.
Well, don't you see? Your money's not here. Your money's in Mr. Smith's house and Mr. Washington's house.
Man, I will never be able to call Andrew Pullman Andrew Paxton from now on.
Andrew Paxton.
I'm afraid that much like 1930s newscaster speak, and that's much black and white, might have an effect on my annual viewing of It's a Wonderful Life in a couple days.
Oh,
You know what? Man, I had an ex-girlfriend and her mom was obsessed with It's a Wonderful Life. Like, had like all the miniature town and the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And,
I
and
didn't
it
know.
was like, we have to watch this movie because my mom's obsessed with it. And then I watched it. And by the way, 8-bit, spectacular. I guess that's 16, but whatever. Anyway, I watched.
Welcome
It's a
to
Wonderful
Ryan's
Life.
Off-Road.
Yeah.
Now that one took half a second to get.
Yep, Ivan Bauer's off-road. That's right.
Ivan Ironman Bowers off-road.
That's a quarter machine at one of the bars in Milwaukee that I will play, yes.
Yeah. I used to, by the way, finish out that story. It's a Wonderful Life. Awful movie. Stupid. Terrible.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Fuck it.
Yeah, Die Hard. Go make it a Die Hard marathon.
Die Hard and A Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation if you have to watch a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Throw in Die Hard
but,
too, because that took over Christmas Eve. So.
Yes. Die Hard 2, maybe, is it better than Die Hard 1?
I don't know. I mean, it happens on
No.
a plane.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Actually, Die Hard 2 is easily the second. The 2 stands for second weakest of the series because Die Hard 1 is obviously the best. Die Hard 2,
Yes.
it's okay. Die Hard 3, with the Fort Knox robbery and everything, is almost as good as 1.
All right. I'll allow it.
However, I do have to stand up for It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, it is a terrible movie. Yeah, I mean, really, that's all that's to be said about it. It is really, if you score as a normal movie, it is terrible. However, if you only watch it once a year, and if you lean into the hokiness, then it's okay. However, it is even better if you realize that it is Jimmy Stewart's personal hell. That, like, this is the conspiracy theory. He can't escape the small town, not because it's a small town that he can't escape from. No, it's his own personal hell. Then it's a great movie.
All right. I
A
can
little
see that.
psychological
Yeah.
thriller. Okay.
Deep pull. It's like Groundhog Day, but inescapable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, because if you think by the end of It's a Wonderful Life, like, everyone's singing it, has a real good feeling. Like, no, Jimmy Stewart's main opponent has like $5,1944. He's up. Nothing has changed. He's just he's in purgatory. Welcome to Siskel and Dipshit over here. This is our movie reviews that we're gonna bring out.
Cisco and dipshit.
So good.
I'm glad that tonight came together. This is like combination, Christmas and Friendsgiving.
That's right. And now we gotta do some Festivus. The feats of strength.
I like how the combination of Christmas and Friendsgiving is just Festivus that I forgot about.
Yeah, I just realized something with the iRacing graphics, the shifter part. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. The 3, if it were just italicized, would be Dale Sr.'s 3. Because it's the same typeface.
It's a fast 3.
That's right.
That it is. And font technology hasn't really made it to that place yet. But if you break its neck and just let it sit there lifelessly, it looks even more realistic.
Ouch.
Cabbage.
Man, I'm really lucky this isn't broadcast.
okay,
Because I'd be a dead man.
It just took me a while to figure out you were talking about Dale Sr.'s neck.
Aw, somebody in a TDI lifted. Classic rookie mistake.
Yeah. Yep.
Nevertheless, no point in
Sebastian
lifting.
Blindu is a rookie. Well spotted. Yeah, you can tell. You just never lift on the right pedal.
That's right.
I mean, Lucian Blindo is doing his best, but I mean, against Emperor Palpatine, he really doesn't have a chance.
Nah.
Hey.
Oh, Nate, I noticed the original session, the time was 4x. Was this going to be a night race eventually?
No, it started at noon and went to sunset.
Oh, okay. Oh,
If it weren't so hard to broadcast a race in complete darkness, that would be phenomenal. Just like, okay, guys, here's a race, and absolutely nothing janky will happen. So a bunch of people jump in like things that have headlights that have been replaced with stickers, and 20 minutes later, it's dark.
yeah.
Oh, we did that.
Lemons
I
is
don't know if
done
you
it.
remember that in 2020.
Season 1.
Yep.
Are you afraid of the dark?
We did Le Mans with no headlights and
Oh,
cars
that's
with
right.
no headlights.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember. I think that's when I was
fine.
just a
Everything's
Twitch.
fine.
Flat out
Twitch
for
club.
quite some time, and you'll break,
Somewhere.
eventually.
Yes, the Drive by Braille 5000.
Turn on those babby lines. Were the babby lines turned on, or were they turned off, so that make it even worse?
I'd like to say we forced them off.
Ah.
I remember we did Sebring once in complete darkness, and that was great because Sebring has like 3 parking lot sodium lights, and you can vaguely see them like a North Star from any point on the track.
I believe that was a total accident, but I believe you are correct.
You have to break out a sextant to figure out where you are in the apex.
Just break through the gates and end up at the hotel with that one guy, the Corvette.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's such a great video.
He just ends back at the gate like, I already paid, please let me in.
No.
Well, you see, it's a race car, and there's a race going on.
That's right. You can't go in. You'll be murdered.
That's how you know that iRacing is the absolute pinnacle of racing. It's not a game, it's a racing simulation. Because if you break out of the gate and end up at the hotel, Steve Ramchek is there eating shrimp going, hey, what's up, guy?
Steve Ramchek.
There was a joke for an audience of about 2.
Yeah, there are 7 people who get that joke, yeah. Good old Grandpa.
And I am not one of them.
Oh, we love Grandpa.
Steve's a
leader's
great guy,
fitting.
Oh,
actually.
he really is. And the most negative thing that we do to him is we like to remind him that he is indeed a national champion because of us.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, Steve is a wonderful, wonderful dude. We really can't say enough good things about him.
Steve won. He was part of the very first BMW E30 team to win a Lemons race in 2009.
Yeah, I know. And then he went to build the Ark.
Yep, that's right. Correct. Yep, you've got the timeline down, so no notes.
You know, I know that he's not watching because we're like 6 hours past his bedtime.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, no, he was at Road Atlanta. It's good to see Steve. Quality human being.
Every now and then we like to drag him into our team group chat just because he doesn't know how to mute it. So after like 2 weeks or so, he gets really frustrated and just leaves again. It's important to have hobbies, kids.
Yes, hobbies are great. Go to Hobby Lobby, get some hobbies.
No, don't go to Hobby Lobby.
Don't go to Hobby Lobby. Yeah.
No, don't
They're
go.
awful people.
Yeah, they are awful people.
Do you need to steal some relics that don't belong to your civilization? Go to Hobby Lobby. You know what? I'm glad we're making a stand here on this particularly widespread event here. You know, we're making a stand. We're brave for it, but I'm glad we're doing it.
That's right.
That's right.
It's America.
Yeah. America's all about protesting in front of 4 people on the internet.
There you go. I can get my
So you
engine
turn
and
that
windshield
into a Lemons theme.
clean.
You know
Yeah.
what? If you're watching right now, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and whatnot. And if you're not, we know that you just put this on to go to sleep. And there's no shame in that. Honestly, Craig Ferguson made a career out of that for like a decade.
Your dreams are going to be interesting, I'll tell you that right now.
You should. Man, it's probably time for Lemons ASMR, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
almost certainly.
I'll get
Like
a
it's
video on
just
my
it's the
screen.
dude whose car only has first and fifth. And he's trying to
sounds like
drive
my
a race car. Yeah, maybe second. Let's say second and fifth.
Yeah, I'm in
So
second
you
right
get
now.
so you get the 5-2 downshift into turn 3 at Gingerman. And then wow! And then for another minute and 49 seconds.
Yeah, that's about right. Every now and then, like every 45 minutes or so in the ASMR loop, there's the sound of a lithium-ion battery crackling in the background.
Oh, Richie Coy did make it in.
Oh yeah, Richie Coyne, new guy. Yeah, that's right.
Richie Coy signed up today and has the lowest iRacing number I've ever seen. 15,000 of the first people to sign up for the service.
So what you mean to tell me is Richie and Steve Remchak personally built the ark?
They built this city on rock.
Different parts.
A series of tubes.
Yeah, a series of tubes. That's it.
Oh,
Well
car
said.
stop on the left. A series
I mean,
of tubes.
Years, how does this get better every time?
I don't know. It just gets more inane, and that seems to be on brand.
Yes.
All right, yeah, that works out.
Well, we're 4 minutes away from the end for the
4 minutes, thank God.
year.
Oh my goodness, we had a pass for the lead in the last couple of seconds here.
Oh yeah.
Yay, racing.
Nate, stop that. We don't talk about
What happened there?
It's our Appalachian Cryptid podcast.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
That is a throwback.
Mothman improved this pass for
We're
the lead.
3.5 minutes from the checker, and nobody has mentioned the Mothman, and that's really our
Yes.
own fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mothman's edible undies.
Oh man.
Mothman's edible undies, thick with 7 C's.
It's
7
chewy.
C's and a 4.
Oh.
So let's see,
Never
4
change.
minutes.
Well, it's probably time for me to make a real plug, by the way. So
Oh yes.
Oh, do go on.
Make that real plug. I need a
couple
AC.
things to look forward to here in the next couple months. This coming Wednesday, December 21st, there'll be a big announcement about a Lemons venue change for an existing date. Look for that again this Wednesday. Press release should be in your email if you're on the Lemons email list. If not, you can sign up on our website. It's a big deal. It's Lemon's Christmas present to our people. It's something people have been asking about for over 10 years. We're happy
What?
to get back to them.
What a fucking teaser, dude! Like, what the hell?
We're going to Nelson's, baby.
No, it's not Nelson's. But it's a
Laguna!
big teaser. No, it's not Laguna, but you're barking up
Daytona.
the right tree. Anyway, also coming up, we have 3 races. God, the race is called 3 Races, 1 Track. I'm not crazy about the name, but there it is. We're at Thunder Hill on the 5-mile track on Saturday, and then 3-mile Sunday. On both of those are reverse, and then we'll flip it in midday Sunday. Put everybody on pit lane, flip the track, make everybody do a U-turn, and away we go. It's going to be something. Be a part of that, please. So look for a big announcement in the next 3 days, and then come see us in Thunder Hill. It's going to be a good time. All right, that is all my serious stuff. We're brought to you, of course, by eBay Motors and Yokohama Tires, Faith Insurance Agency. Help me out here, please.
I killed
Top Flight
Ed.
Computers.
Ed, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill you.
And we're going to go from there.
And
All right.
ARD. ARD's involved too, I think.
ARD. Yep.
So, question number 1. Is the official name really 3 tracks, 1 race?
Oh, Christ. Now you're going to make me look it up. It's something that is very direct and obvious. So it's something to that effect.
For anecdotal sake, let's say yes. Question
Yeah,
1A.
Well, it's sponsored by Yokohama, so it's the Yokohama 3 tracks, 1 race. There you go.
Question 1A. How did anybody pitch this to Kim?
That's a good question. These are good questions.
Who looked Kim in the eyes and went, "Trust me, I cannot explain further"?
Well, the Scrotium Queen goes with what Jay is, and I'll leave it at that.
I was a part of the inaugural 2 tracks, 1 race at Joliet's.
Yes, at Audubon, you won that in Class B, right?
You're absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah.
And the
It was
first
a
race for the
thriller.
golf. Yes. First win for the golf.
Yeah, the other golf, you guys were racing the Ferrari with 1 fewer R than they needed.
Yes.
Their suspension broke like an hour.
Separated a control arm with 45 minutes to go. And then we had to pass the Harlequin golf twice on track in the last 2 hours to pull it out.
That's a great race.
Oh, awesome.
If I remember right, the guys whose control arm broke, one of them is Doug Tabbitt, who is he's been on VinWiki a bunch of times, and is
He absolutely has.
Cannonball guy. Yeah, I think he's a co-sharer of the current Cannonball record.
I did not know that, but
Yeah,
they definitely have a VinWiki episode about that race, about losing that race.
Yep. It's good stuff. There's actually a shocking number of lemon stories on VinWiki. Totally worth looking that up.
So
I actually think Jay on VinWiki was probably one of their better moments.
That was a good episode. Yeah, about we brainstormed what Jay's episode should be about. It turned out pretty well. Picked a bunch of good cars to talk about. The S600, the Lotus, the Chotus. God, that car, man alive. If you can ever get out to the West Coast, Nate or Randy, seeing the Chotus in person is one of the funniest things that you can ever do at Lemons, because you're like, man, that car is built, it is crazy, and then it immediately falls apart every single race.
I mean, from what I've seen, I just picture it 45 minutes in as Sasha with a different accent.
Yeah, they're English, so yeah, that tracks.
Beautiful. Nailed it.
Yep. There's Tony Solari, your winner on debut, I think.
Yay.
Winner on debut.
Winner on debut. Way to go.
Well done.
Who's our
Congratulations,
It's the 20th
Tony.
and the 14th.
Get yourself yeeted into low Earth orbit.
Does he understand the assignment?
Well, we'll find
Oh,
out.
I saw someone got
We gonna
yeeted.
learn today.
He's not sure. No, it's about to happen, whether he likes it or not.
Tyler Crunchy Chalupa almost won 14th. A little disappointing, you Tyler Crunchy Chalupa.
Stunt Granny comes up 20th, your real winner.
Way to go, Stunt Granny.
14th is not Tyler Chalupa, but
Jimmy Burrito.
It's definitely
Jay
Jimmy
Burrito.
Burrito.
And Johnny Taco.
So,
comes in
Nate,
last.
just so you know, I call him this because he's, a local autocrosser. When I announce, I just call him Tyler CH Word. So I think Jimmy Burrito is going to be the 2023 moniker.
Love it.
Yeah.
right,
Brian
here we go.
Stevens, your IOE winner, so congrats. man.
Brian
Good
is
stuff.
a guy I haven't seen in quite a while. He was my partner for the initial key party like 2.5 years ago, and I don't know that he's been on since.
Perfect. I'm glad he made it. By the way, that shot that Ryan just had from the inside paddock of the yeeting was
Yeet!
top 5 for the year. That was amazing. And everybody just piles into
The
one.
pile of metal against the fence here.
Pile of metal.
Uh,
And I never lifted and blew up the engine, so I am
So,
good.
Yeah.
so Nate, if we're talking about the classic OG key party, please, I implore you, we need some shenanigan of that scale again, because I have way too many organs that need to be destroyed for charity money.
Tony
I think
got
we caught
absolutely
lightning in a
yeeted.
bottle. Excellent.
I mean-
welcome to Lemons.
But, ooh,
Yep. That was
I
it.
got
It was
JR
like,
said.
oh, look at me. I won. I'm going to roll into one, slow roll, do some donuts in one, and somebody
And
just
low
absolutely-
Earth orbit.
Somebody asked me back
Oh,
into Orlando. That was
Hey, Mike.
amazing.
Can I start my car?
Somebody just goes, Buenos dias, fuckboy.
I've lost that motor.
Oh,
On my view,
couldn't be better.
there's a Mustang just stuck on its side floating in the air. I'm gonna screen cap this. This is so weird.
I think that is what we call purgatory, if I'm not mistaken.
Let
I
me
mean,
go.
you will have that on these ethereal jobs.
Alright.
Yep, that'll do.
Let me drop that into broadcast chat.
So good.
So
Um, Ryan's chasing it with the camera. It couldn't be better.
Got to give a shout out to Derek Gilray and Cameron for putting a ton of work into the robot liveries we did get to see this week.
Yeah.
We will definitely use those again.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I know there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes between you and Chris Ray running the West Coast series. I mean, they're on Monday nights, not broadcast, but such a great engagement you guys do. Derek, Cameron, everything you guys do is so good, and it's such a great addition to this weird online version of Lemons that could only be this, and it's such a wonderful part of this Lemons world.
You are most
Spectacular.
So Leverage is out here making a World Cup joke in the comments, and that really leads me to a joke that I can only break out once every 4 years.
That's Frederic Tateau right there in the flesh.
Oh, it is Frederick. Oh, wonderful. So, knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Sven.
Sven who?
Germany wins the Brazil World Cup in Brazil. Sven to 1. Again, joke I only get to use once every 4 years.
Long story short, the guy I built my Lemons car with was Brazilian, and he did not want to talk to me that day.
Oh no!
Imagine why.
Yeah, weird. Well, Frederick Toto, thank you for being here. It's 5 in the morning
get
on
some
Monday.
sleep, homie.
Amazeballs. Thanks
I love it.
everybody for 2022. It's been a spectacular year of Lemons iRacing and Meat Space Racing. We'll have more recaps this year. Can you go back, Juan Ryan? Yeah, so we'll have the 2023 schedule out soon. Your IOE winner, Ryan Stevens, Jason Grafton, your real winner in the feature race. Again.
Oh, where's she from? Virginia. It's nice.
23 schedule should be out soon-ish. We'll see you guys in a month. Everybody give a round of applause to Nate for planning this and for planning the whole year and planning the last 2.5 years, because we couldn't have done this without Nate. Thank you so much, Nate.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And whiskey.
And whiskey. Thank whiskey.
Woodford Reserve says you're welcome.
Checks in the mail.
Lady J, as always, the voice of the race in race. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for allowing me to do stupid stuff like this at least once a month.
It's been wonderful. Ryan, for the shots that you provide, everything looks A+. And, you know, it's Lemons, so it's crap looking amazing. Give yourself
way too good for us.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, happy holidays.
And of course, the one, the only, could not be replicated even if you tried really hard. Randy Bish, thank you for being here tonight.
Do you guys think that God hides in heaven because he too is afraid of what he has created?
I'm Eric Rude. Thanks for being here. We will have a safe and happy holidays and New Year. We will see you guys in 2023. Thank you for being part of Lemons. And that's all I got. Happy 2022, everybody.
Oh, someone's asking for Howard Dean for a send-off for 22.
Ryan's got it.
Oh,
Ryan's got it.
obviously. That was
Dudes next year.
There it is.
Yeah.